We outside. You're going to see me on Caps and Curveball podcast Thursday. Other than that, let's stay positive. Keep smiling, y'all. I'll see y'all later. It's the King Wears New Era. Bow. Bow.
Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine.
We're gonna see within 90 seconds.
I've taken some L's.
Y'all not ready for this Jersey?
I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag.
5 seconds, 5 seconds.
I don't know what to talk about. This insane back in Rio with 3-0. We immortal now. Look at him, I see a lot of eye. And this sluggish getting up the line. As soon as I hit my big stride.
Y'all better show up to these events, man. This is what we're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's 1 year at Caps and Curveballs. We better get ready for year 2, son.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course, my brother.
And I'm stacked. I'm bringing real energy back. Got everything that my enemies lack. I do not care if you're miles away. Get up and grind away. They're gonna lie and say they're chasing your dreams.
Yo, what's up, Caps and Curveballs family? You already know it's your boy Just Champagne here with Fitted Detailing. Your next Caps.
What up, YouTube? It's Caps and Curveballs, and we are back for another vlog today.
And you already know it's the realest. We got the nice two-tone Indians, Caps and Curveballs script. We here.
We made it, and I got all the vendors here, all the people who helped the vendors, whether that be significant others or not. But we all did it. Why? Because I love it.
Deals I ain't playing with. Home bills I ain't paying rent. So many doors been opening up like the hotels I've been staying in. Main stages with the bigger lights. Name framed up in the headlines. Drums, guitars, and BVs. Brass section like a second line. Yeah, cause I'm on the wave. I handle my tools like Tony Stark when I'm in the stew. I'm Johan Bark, y'all better behave. Don't come at me without the etiquette. If you ain't writing the check, I'm a jettison. If you was ill-mannered, I'm the medicine. I'ma put you in your place. Y'all need to chill. Success is a body and I gotta sleep and build. My hard drive is gonna need a will. Tell my doubters please be for real.
We appreciate all the love, everybody that was in the building. We did a bunch of giveaways just like how we usually do. That's how we're gonna end the vlog today, y'all. Alright. You ready to know the vibes?
There ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned.
Oh, wow. Look at us all on the screen already. Okay. Jordan, they hit us with an early curveball.
Hit us with an early curveball.
It put us all on the screen right off the bat. Hey, listen, this is perfect. This is perfect because this is what we got right now. We're gonna bring up our special guest, but let's let everybody show off what's on the mata first. You guys already know what it is. It's another Caps and Curveballs Thursday. You got hit with an early curveball because we're all on the screen at the same time, and we did not expect that. Good thing nobody was doing nothing crazy. You guys already know, man. Every single Thursday, we're excited about today. You guys seen who we got? We got our guy Carlos in the building tonight. I'm excited about this one because I really wasn't aware of Carlos's work until this week, and I'm very, very excited to talk about what he got coming out. But first, let's go in order. Jordan, what you got on the mata today?
Yo, I'm rocking our guy Capo. He did this Phillies with Versailles. Little Flamers flow. Nico Mill. I mean, that copper.
Fire.
Crazy. What I mean, man.
Good green. Sheesh. I can't wait for that to come out in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys already know. Next, we got our guy, the realest friends.
What's good, y'all? We got on the month. We got a little Houston Astro.
Okay. Oof, I like that color blocking on that patch.
I actually do. What's this? 2023 hat club.
Okay.
I don't know what pack though, but this
that is nice color blocking. Yeah. To put a black patch on a black hat and if it right? Look good like that.
2017 World Series. That's
I guess Hat Club does make good hats sometimes. No, I'm just saying, we know Hat Club makes good hats. Shout to them.
My guy Justin.
You already know your boy No Cap Just Champagne. I put out an oldie today. I don't know if I ever wore this on the show. Maybe I have or not. This is original days of collecting. Bison's going absolutely insane. Shout out to Fan Treasures when they were making good hats. We got a good Bison. I wanted to throw something on that match with the Caps and Curveballs jersey. We got the good Bison. We got the bully pin. You know what I'm saying? I really wore this for my boy Malvin, but of course he's running late today. Look at the good, AAA baddie. The red bottom.
We got red. We got red.
Matching today with the red bottoms. I guess nobody would have predicted that we both would have wore red bottoms today. And I really picked it out because of Malvin, and he's not even here.
The same thing when I picked this out, the red bottom said, young boy.
Facts. So we do have Malvin joining us. He's gonna be joining us. He's running late, and then our guy Capo is gonna be joining us. You know, he got his son that he's taking care of, and then he'll be joining us later. Big Bro is actually on vacation, so everybody wish Big Bro a good vacation. If you guys see him, you guys probably see him on the beaches of Miami or something like that. I know he's somewhere in Florida having a good time. So shout out to him, much needed. And then Gentleman Soul, y'all see him in the comments. He's probably not gonna be joining us today. He's gonna be in the comments though, talking to us. And then last but not least, man, our special guest of the evening. And today's gonna be a real freestyle show because we have not prepped Carlos at all. So there is he's gonna be surprised, we're gonna be surprised, and I'm excited. Let's bring him to the stage, man. Without further ado, Captain Carlos, what's good, my guy?
Hey man, what's going on, man? Thank you for the invite.
Of course. What you got in my thought today?
What I got is St. Patty's, a late St. Patty's White Sox. This is the one that's dropping with Bird Eden's this Saturday. We got the gold outline. Not sure if you could see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
And then you got the old 1919 patch. There's not too many side patches that can go with the front hit, so Jerry and I selected the kind of like the best one that was available, and then we just made it 3 socks.
Okay. Both very different. Never seen either of those.
Yep. And I just wanted to have a White Sox hat with underused logo. So
I think a lot of people accomplished that.
A lot of people are afraid to use other logos in the catalog. I'm not.
I feel that. Hey man, that is awesome. We're definitely gonna get. If you didn't know, if Capo didn't tell you, there's definitely gonna be a portion of the show that's dedicated strictly to what you got going on. So we can't wait to hear more. But I'm gonna run it down, and just because I run it down every day, and I want you to know what's going on. So what we do is, we're gonna bring up our slides, our hats of the week. We're gonna talk about them. We want you to give your honest opinion, man. Don't hold back. You know what I'm saying? We know everybody could be friends, and that's cool, but we want to hear what you actually think about these hats, with all respect, obviously. And then, we'll have different stores. We're gonna go through all that. Also, something that we do here on Caps and Curveballs is every week now we do hats of the week. So keep that in mind while you're looking at all these hats. It could even be your own hat, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we're gonna elect. We'll do a vote. And that's why it's important that all these hats we look at all these hats and rate them. But let me go ahead and pull up our slides.
Let me shout out my New Orleans family over there, man. Chosen, you got Joel.
Big supporters of us.
Those in, that's right.
That's our guys, man.
Just would you mind? They got a lot of love for the hat community, man. Shout out to those guys.
And
what's going on?
What you got, Jordan?
Do an IG first.
Absolutely. DM?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I was gonna say I could even but if you wanna pull it up.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
I'm on the drone now. I'll just display comments or whatever type of.
How far up would you like me to go? My fitteds?
Yeah, let's work our way down because actually, Captain, I threw your drop in there. I got pictures of them as opposed to doing the slides pictures. Got your videos, I thought.
Real fast. Let me pull up our thumbnail of the week. I like to show off the thumbnail. I used our logo, our new logo. If you guys haven't seen, posted on Instagram. We've been making some slight tweaks to it here and there, but there we go, man. Captain College.
I'm blessed to debut right next to that logo.
Hey man, forever you will be on that cover of this podcast. So we're happy to have you here.
First one,
Uh,
right?
and listen, so you guys see I changed up the logo a little bit. We changed the MLB baddie is now the Vanessa baddie. And nobody could say anything about it because that is literally Vanessa batting. So nobody can say we're copywriting anything, you know what I'm saying? Episode 85, y'all. Let's get right into it. Jordan, I'm gonna pull up these hats from My Fitted first. See what we got here. There we go. We got the reverse retro. This is all. Are these all hockey, Jordan?
Yeah. Reverse. It's just a line of their jerseys. It's a line of their alternate uniforms. If you didn't know, just kind of like an ode to their throwbacks.
Okay.
But man, I guess they just kind of.
Bro, this saber tooth.
He did a pack of them. Yo, they're nasty.
I low key like the saber tooth. I'm not gonna lie. Oof, the Rangers with the Liberty. Ow, bro. How did he get this Kings off?
They used to be their old colors, so I'm sure that's why.
Wow, that is really wow.
I just noticed that the Kings had the Lakers color. I'm like, wait, what?
That is incredible. I didn't have no idea of that. That is crazy. That makes sense though, because that was my first thing. Is like, how did his rep allow him to do that?
Dang.
Also, it's because he's out in East Coast, right? So they're checking only the West stores for sometimes for that, and then not the East Coast. So sometimes,
yeah, Jordan knows that well.
Regions can get away with that shit.
Jordan knows that very well.
I ran into that issue.
Right into
Listen,
you could say that.
Just like West Coast, I think I'm not too sure, but I think they can make red LA hats. You know what I'm saying? But out there and any other region, you can. So
that's great. I did not know that. Red LA.
Yeah, they didn't like my Philly hat over there.
I don't think I've seen a red LA in the West Coast, like you said.
Yeah, well, because of the street politics.
Yeah.
They said we can't be wearing your hat, Jordan, out here. We went over there.
My bad.
The
I'm gonna need a second, but if y'all want to touch up on these hats, and I just gotta fix my light real fast. It went out.
Yeah, it's not like pictured in the center, but like right above it, that Bromans. I hate the Bromans, but that logo is great. The throwback. I like these a lot, man. These are I'm a
feel like these are to the retro jersey. So he did a great. It was a great idea. It's executed, good. But there's some that they're just not for me.
I would say of these, if you guys had to choose one, curve one.
I'm gonna have to go with the Ducks and the retro LA Kings.
Okay.
What's the burgundy one, Jordan?
Yo, Nordiques.
I'm curving that.
I'm gonna probably curve the one to the left of that, the Lightning.
That's a nice one.
That colorway a lot. Love that logo.
Yeah, color's good on it.
Yeah, this pack is really dope, and I think a lot of them are that John Jay like quarter split. Like I think the Lightning is.
Listen, my bad. I don't know what y'all was talking about, but I heard you say quarter split. And one of my favorite things all the time when I used to shop at My Fitteds was the front panel hats with like the double piping, like and like all there near all these hats have it. And I love that style. I don't know what it is. I don't want it on every single hat that I own, but just sometimes, like on this, it just goes perfect.
You talking about the panel?
Yeah, I just not noticed that they are side splits.
Yeah. Look at fire.
Yeah, you could tell right away from that Rangers that I have the one Mexico hat that he did, the World Baseball Classic. The side split with the jersey, I have that one, and I completely love it. But I agree with no cap, just from pain. It's that you only need one or two. You don't need the entire pack.
Yeah. And in this pack, all of these are good. I wouldn't if I went into a store and 10 of them sold out, I'll buy the 11th one still because these is all solid hats. So shout out to my fitteds on that. Very good job. I am gonna not show the DM today only because hold up, we got somebody in the building finally. Why our young boy just always gotta be late? Like there's just no way he's busy. There's just no way. Let me bring up my guy to the stage.
Ain't doing nothing.
Huge shout out to my guy. Fitted detailing.
What's going on, man?
What's happening?
What's a nice hat?
What you got on the
Man, you know what we got on the
Matizi?
Mata today, man. That good 95 North. Feel me?
Like the colors on that. It's fine.
Good throwback. Good throwback.
Good throwback.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How about
Good.
you guys?
It's good, John.
Glad you made it. Glad you made it to the show today.
Appreciate it.
Let's get right into the next hat. Jordan, what we got here?
Shout out to our homie Jerome. He just dropped this with stadium status.
Oh,
Stadium status LA.
Shock drop.
The 60, that's a underutilized Dodgers patch, man. Tony, what's up?
That's a fact.
My guy.
This is the first time I've heard of stadium status, to be honest with you.
Of the store? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear from them much, but I think Shooter has dropped with them before, if I'm not mistaken, right, Jordan, or is this his first drop with them?
I believe this was his first. I think Mikey Brams did something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
somebody
Mikey,
we know.
the end of last year dropped the
Somebody
pack.
we know definitely has
A pack
dropped here before because I've seen this store only like once or twice, but I've seen it for sure. My bad, yeah, my dog is tripping. But yes, this is a very clean LA. Let me go through the pictures actually.
Coda.
I mean, you can't go wrong, man. Clean, black, white, gold, very good colors.
Is there inspo for this, Jordan?
Oh, Willie Weathers.
Willie Weathers. Yeah, I knew it.
What's the Steel? Is he he play for the Steelers? Oh, this is the
movie.
the movie. Yeah. Hey,
Come on,
okay,
Mark.
I actually like this. I don't think this is too crazy. I think this is a nice, clean LA. I like the colors
I
on,
like
on
the
it.
patch.
I like the hook. You know, he hooked it.
My guy.
Yeah, two off Shooter does a lot of good hooks. With his hat.
This is a good hat. You know what's funny? This is one of his more calm hats, and I'm here for it. It's just a good looking hat. Well, how you feel about this, Carlos?
How do you guys feel about the all gold brick logo in the back, the Batterman?
Oh no, I like it.
You like
I'm a
that?
big fan of that. Yep.
So here at Caps and Curveballs, we like kind of things like that. We sometimes do that with our hats as well. I don't think we've had anybody do an all gold one, but we've definitely done a all silver, I believe, and all black pewter. The gold is cool. I mean, sometimes I do like coloring in it, but when I look at this hat, I'm thinking what colors would have went well on it. I don't think black would have went well with it, and I don't think white would have went well with it either. So I think all gold was the clean choice.
No, yeah, it definitely goes. It ties a hat well together. It looks good. But I know some people are just particular with their Battermans, you know.
Yeah, and when I hear stuff like that, I agree. But in my head, I also think, okay, what other colors could he have used? Like I said, black would have not looked good. If it would have been black and gold, it would look like a
regular.
You know, it would not look like a. It would have been like something about it that makes you gives you like regular lids vibes. You know.
Yeah, no, like gold brick is good money.
But okay, he has a Brooklyn also coming out. A Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see if we can pull up the Brooklyn.
It's a nice patch too.
Oh yeah, I seen that Brooklyn. That Brooklyn nice.
Just can you go to Rome's page? It'll be right in the middle.
This one?
Yep.
Oh, he's dropping this? Oh, okay.
Oh, he did.
Timo. Oh, this is what movie is this? This is yeah, Coach Carter.
So he did a pack of.
I don't know what's up with this San Fran.
He did a movie pack. That's tough.
Yeah, I wonder if Willie Weathers his man's. Like, I mean, if he likes him. As an actor.
Crash Bend and Brim. You know what I mean? It's not a diss towards Lid, but it's like Lids would do something like that. Like they would just make a hat and then it'll be a nice hat and then it'll be something like that just make it like it's
no,
okay
I know
now.
what you meant by it. It just makes it look like it's just something basic, something mid.
Yeah, exactly,
So
exactly.
like it doesn't make it look custom whatsoever.
Exactly. But I like this, man. I like this side patch that he used. Good coloring on it, good color blocking.
You know that All-Star Game 2007 patch.
Yeah, I like this. Solid 2 patch from him, man.
You've said that before.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I like to say here, Carlos, is sometimes I like when a hat is good regardless of the hook. You know what I'm saying? If you could say a hat is good and you haven't even seen the hook, and then you watch it and you're like, you know what? I like the hook now. I like the hook with it too, so it's even better now. That's when you know it's a solid hat. And that's how. Oh, this is a 3-pack. My bad. This is San Francisco, Brooklyn, and LA. I didn't even notice.
To me, the San Francisco is the one out of the 3 for me.
Out of 3,
a sneaky 2-tone.
That one is nice. That San Fran is
bro. Nice. This San Fran is incredible. Yeah, it was so good that I like it. I combined it with the Brooklyn for a second. I didn't even realize that it was 2 different hats for a second there because it was just so good.
Kind of got the maroon and the cardinal red.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Side patch is colored beautiful.
Yo, Kuwan was good. Been a minute since we seen you in the comments, my guy. Yeah, man. Shout out to 215 Shooter. Great 3-pack right here. So you got a whole 3-pack. Shout out to him, man. He's making moves out there. Let me bring this back up real fast before I put up the next slide. I'm only doing that because I have seen some stuff in the DMs that I don't want to show everybody because I haven't even checked it yet. Let's see what else we got here.
While we're waiting, that was that Louis V. Red. Louis V. Red, right? Louis V. Hat Club hat. That was that Louis V. hat collection.
There you go.
I bought like 10 of them when that came out.
I'm like, I couldn't. Okay, there you go. That's what it was from.
Hey, Jordan, what we going to next? We're gonna save Captain for last, I'm assuming, right?
Sure. If you want to do that, then let's just go. Let's just skip
Capsule.
Then we'll just go down to Capsule.
I don't know why this joint be tripping sometimes. There we go. Oof, clean, very clean. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know what happened last week. I don't know. Maybe Jordan, it could have been you. You might have to take the blame for last week. But I just felt like last week's hats were lacking, and then now we come with banger, banger, banger. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see that. I love to see banger, banger, banger.
I said the same thing.
Hey man, just like Berdine was waiting on my hats to arrive, I'm sure other stores we're waiting for their orders too. So,
nah, this is a fire one. Listen, on the low, besides my fitteds, I think Capsule does a great job on making good crowns. They be doing things I've never seen as well. I'm like, this is clean, super clean.
Yeah, that Blues hat's definitely clean, but no love for the Blues, man.
I can understand that, and you know what? I'm glad you said that because for some reason, when we say stuff like that on the podcast, people think we're crazy. They're like, "Oh, it's just hats," and I'm like, "Damn, does nobody really feel that?" Like, I feel that way about the Yankees, the Phillies. It's just certain teams that I will buy the hat if it's like my guys. My guys make Philly hats. I'll buy their Philly hats. But you will maybe see them on the Manta one time, maybe. And even then, I'm like this.
I was like, I'm not even sure I'll do that.
Yo, let me tell you, it's funny, Carlos, that you say that because when I do wear it, I'm like, who can see me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No one has a camera out here.
Literally, bro.
Yeah, you know what it is though. Justin doesn't even hate the Phillies. He just doesn't want anyone to think he's a Phillies fan.
Exactly. I don't want them to associate me
And
with
that-
them.
and that's
like
what
I don't
hurt.
want anybody to look at me and say, let's go Phils. Like, no, fuck the Philadelphia Phillies. I don't want to say let's go Phils. And over here, when you wearing that Philly, you wearing the Philly gear, wearing I'm in South Jersey, you wear that Philly gear, they automatically
They
think
gonna say
I'm cool,
something.
I'm down with them, and I'm not down with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not down with y'all. Shout out all my Philly guys. Y'all already know it's love.
Nah, it's
but
a
I
lot.
just
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of Philly.
FOE in the building. FOE knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's why he's laughing. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Capo.
But shout out to them. This is a good
Okay.
one. Nah, I'm not proud, Knucklehead. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not proud. This is what is this? Manny Too Fresh. Talk about it. This is very unique.
A crazy MIOB.
From the Bay Sox. Cheesecake.
Manny Too Fresh. This is a really good hat, but this is one of those hats that this is why I don't really like the MLB that's like this. It's just too much for me. But it's a great hat. The coloring is nice. The side patch is good colors. But I wouldn't do something like this. It's just too much going on for me. Oh, and he did his thing with it.
Right.
What did you like about it? Just the logos, the front logos not speaking to you, or just minor league in general?
I think I'm not a huge as I wear a bison hat on my head. I think I'm not a huge
which is
can't even get it
crazy.
out. I think I'm not a huge minor league fan because I think the logos are too much. This hat, though, in particular, he is made well. The coloring is done well. I just to me, it's almost like a cartoon character. Like I don't know. It's weird. I'm a weird kind of guy like that. Like it's a little too much for me, but I think the hat is great. Literally, this colorway, but with like give me a MLB team, I would love it. So that goes to say, like I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying it's a bad hat. I just think the AAA is sometimes just too much. Like, bro, it looks like it's solid.
Colors are good. He picked good colors on this hat. Definitely.
It screams DMV, so it's gonna sell regardless. But yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this hat. Everything's good. The colorway, everything's well thought out. Everything looks good. Nothing looks washed.
Honestly chosen. I haven't yet, and the only one that I came close to doing was caps and curls. And even then, I just really not a fan of. I don't know what it is. And like I said, I don't want to. I'm sounding hypocritical because I literally have a bison on my head, but there's only a very select few that I like from the MILB.
Man, that's where I got a caps and curls was top tier. I got that Koki's, man.
That Koki was fire. That's what I'm saying. That was the closest one I got to something that I really wouldn't normally get, but the Koki was so
and I
fire.
love that colorway where it was just like green and brown. You never really see it, you know.
Yeah. She went nuts with that. She went nuts with that hat. Shout out to Caps and Curls. What up, big bro? We see you in the comments living your best life. I'm hating on you. It is like 100 degrees in my garage right now, so I feel like I'm in Miami. Sweating over here. Shout out to you. Wow. I wish Big Bro was here to talk about this one.
Let me see this. This is different.
Sheesh.
This is a side patch.
Sheesh.
Oh no, that joint nasty.
I'm not gonna lie.
That joint
Fuck the Yankees.
nasty.
But this is a good hat. Wow.
Yeah, he went digging through that catalog because I have not seen that side patch.
Yo, Manny, if you watching this show, shout out to Hadrim, shout out to you. I will be very surprised if somebody doesn't pick this as a top tier choice this week. I will be very shocked. Wow.
All right, let me ask you guys something. Are you guys done with like script and jersey logos, or are you still liking them?
No, it depends. I like them.
I'm still liking them for sure.
I feel like the scripts. It depends.
Yeah.
It's just got to be one of those that I haven't seen, right? Like we see a lot of the Astro script, those Astros, you know. It got to be one of those different ones that, and it just has to hit. Yankees, he did good with this one. Definitely did.
Carlos, since you asked that question, are you not feeling it no more?
I'm on my way out of it, right? I feel like we had fun with their jersey logos. Now we could go back and do some other logos. I don't know. To me, it's like I get tired of logos quick. right? So
Bro.
this is maybe like the 300 Yankees hat we've seen with the scripts. So it's like,
I mean, I get it. The situation on the Yankees script is probably what driving you crazy.
just like the Los Angeles one, right? It's been done. The Phillies, it's just
Yeah, and you know, some things that we say sometimes, Carlos, is sometimes a trend is too much until somebody does something crazy with it, and then you go back and look at it like, you know what? Regardless if this trend is outplayed or not, this is a good one. And I feel you on the script. I'm a fan of certain scripts for certain teams.
Yeah.
Certain teams actually, I actually prefer the script over, you know, regular. But with the Yankees, you know, the NY is iconic. I think, you know, I think I'd rather see somebody go crazy with the colors on the Yankee script than like going crazy on the NY, if that makes sense. So I'm not too mad
for
about
this
it.
hat particularly. I don't know what the inspo is, but that Yankees does remind me of those Yankee jackets that they wore around the early 2000s, late night,
Yeah.
99s
The
and shit.
the dynasty Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man, because that patch is absolutely nuts. That patch is nuts. Wow, that's a good patch right there. But it's still fuck the Yankees, but good patch.
True.
Or fuck the Yankees. Sorry.
Oh.
But this
This
different.
strong. It's crazy.
Jordan, this is what I'm talking about, Jordan.
Yeah,
Only
my
this
bad.
week,
You know what
right?
it was? Jordan
What it
wasn't on the show last week. So he was like, I can't give him all the gems like without me. So he gave us all the this is what I'm talking about, Jordan. This is what I want to see right here.
Yo, shout out to AZ Crown, always bringing out bangers. Like,
Nah, I John different. I'm not gonna lie,
No.
bro. I don't think I've ever seen that front logo.
All right, and this is the question I propose.
Damn,
This is
and he
something
dropping
that's
with Preciety too.
This is something that's very, very different. We haven't seen. So Pinky too. Wow. But my question is,
Damn, that's on a pinky.
the front logo. Is it too much? Is it too different? What do you guys think?
yeah, I like this.
No, it hits just right, man. He did a great job with this. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of minor league and major league and minor league on the same hat, but I like this.
But you see what I'm saying? Like this is this is one of those patches that I could get over it because it's just good.
Yeah.
Is
The only thing I would change on this hat is the UV.
You don't like pink?
I like pink, but not everything needs to be a pinky or icy.
Ooh.
I could disagree. I could disagree with you, right?
I'm a grays and greens, baby, all day.
I like that, Carlos. I like that.
Ices and pinkies too.
Now, go ahead, fitted detail. I want to hear.
I was about to say I could disagree with you, bro. Because I feel like
everything has to be pinks.
no. Not everything has to be. I feel like everything could be. You feel me? Which is different. Like this, a pinky on this would be stupid.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Pink and gray are very close to each other, so it's like you could choose one or the other. You could put pink on mostly any hat and it'll look good. But to me,
you just think that on this hat in particular, it didn't really need a pink.
No, it didn't. To me,
you know what?
If it was gray, man, it would have been automatic.
And you know what's funny? These guys can tell you, I am one of the biggest lover of a pinky. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you when you say that this one didn't need a pinky. As much as I love pinkies, I understand what you're saying because the colors that are used on this, the pinky wasn't really needed. Now, am I mad about it? No.
We also don't know the inspo, right? So it could be tied in. The pink ties into something else too.
Like I said, I'm not mad about it at all, but I definitely understand what you're saying where it didn't have to be a pinky, but I'm not mad at it. Shout out to AZ. This is incredible. This kind of
shout out.
Wow. It's going to be a competitive week. I'm not going to lie. Very competitive week. All right. Now we got Crown Legends. And then after that, we'll be on the actual slides that we got. Crown Legends dropping the Cubs just doesn't sit right with me. But this Cubs is good.
Boston's at, bro?
But this Cubs is good though. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't sit right with me that they're dropping the Cubs, but this is a good Cubs right here.
You know, they want to be different.
Inspired by that raw era where the money, the hustle, and the fits all spoke for themselves.
That president, that movie.
Luis,
Yeah, they're presidents.
where the bosses at, bro? Like, what's going on? They slacking.
I'm very surprised by them dropping the Cubs. I'm not.
They waiting for the summer for you.
Must be, because damn,
it's a good hook. I don't. You know what?
They're dropping 3 crowns, right?
It's a great hook. It's just I'm over that side patch and logo combo.
I was just about to say I don't love the side patch on it. I'm wondering if the 90s, if 1990.
Listen, that patch is one
Yo,
of those.
check the other hats.
That patch is a cheat code, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a cheat code.
But I think they could. I think they low key could have went somewhere else with this one.
Yeah, them John.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
3-pack.
Like, where the Boston's at, bro? Like, that's what I want to know.
No, Crown Legends not dropping a Boston this week.
That's
Shout out to
what
Crown
I'm saying.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
like,
I love
what's
Crown
going-
Legends. Shout out to Crown Legends. But them not shocking. Them not dropping a Boston this week is heartbreaking. I'm here for the Boston. I'm here for the Bostons from Crown Legends. We
That's what
want to
I'm
see
talking about.
Boston's Crown Legends every week. We want you to come out with bangers as you guys usually do.
Waiting
That's
for the
what I'm
weather.
talking about.
Drop the gems.
Like I said, they could be waiting for orders, man.
It's
A lot
funny that you say
a lot
that.
of black
Yo,
owners, right?
you know, Carlos, it's funny that you say that because last week, shout out to everyone's big bro. You see, he liked this. Now you see, we be sniping in the we be sniping the likes in the comments. We see big bro. We see him like this.
Oh,
What
dang.
does that mean about this Yankees, big bro? You tell us. You tell us if you're still in the comments. But it's funny that you say that, Carlos, because literally last week when we were discussing hats, we were saying how we were like, damn, like some of the stores that we talked about, we were like, wait, it just seems like they had nothing. They had like nothing new, and they were just like, freaking, what we haven't posted yet.
What we got in stock?
Like that's literally how it was. Like Mall of America, I think it was.
Yep, it was Mall of America.
They dropped like the most
last
random
episode.
the most random like pack, and I was just like, this is like they had no hats, and they were just like, yo, fuck it.
Look, sometimes old hats just happen to appear, right? Like they get lost like 2 years, right? They just like, oh, the shipment got lost, and all of a sudden, boom, it lands in your warehouse. So that probably one possibility. The other possibility is the rep said, hey, submit your order now. He didn't know what to order, so he just put in a old, mid that he had already in the system. It's a lot of possibilities.
I can see that. Definitely.
Bro, fire.
I love how they have hashtag Boston in the caption, but then where the Boston's at, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and listen, it's no hate. Like, I'm not trying to diss them. Like, I just want to Crown Legends. I want to see Boston's from you guys. Like, y'all do good with the bosses. Let's see Boston's. Shout out to Crown Legends, though. They gotta switch it up every now and then. So I understand.
He said it's
all
high
love.
stakes, higher crowns. So I'm assuming it's like some type of casino hook.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And what I'm wondering is, yeah, okay. I was about to say, I was wondering, they all like kind of poker chip looking patches. They're not poker chip patches, but they look like them. So shout out to them. All right. I think that's it for our Instagram. Let's see what we got on the slides. We got quite a few, so we'll go through them quickly just because we're already 40 minutes into the show, and I definitely want to get into Los's hats. So, ECAP City, talk about it, Jordan.
Their Thursday afternoon drop. I definitely peeped. New Mexico State's always interesting when they let that get past. I really like that Blackhawks too, man. I don't know if that patch is new on the Dodgers, but Josh, I'd like to see if you could. Could you grab that video, please? Because listen, man, this Dodgers is interesting.
That's a nice patch, though. Like
I
for
really-
the inspo. Dodgers, Anaheim.
They did their distressed denim.
How you feel about this stress denim? Anybody and everybody.
I'm good.
In the comments, I want to hear what y'all think about the distressed denim because I'm gonna be honest.
Denim looks good only if it's done on the brim or the crown.
Oh, I'm so mad he said it before I could. I was gonna literally say I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen it done good too many times.
I think Ty did one hooked to a jean store, jean brand, and I think he did the brim on that one.
Okay. I'm seeing in the comments some people saying they love it. Okay. Yeah, here I don't. It's not even honestly what bothers. Not even what bothers me. I just don't like. This hat could have been any color, any material. I just don't like that rooster, cock, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I don't like it. So I just don't really care for the hat too much. I get it though, like what it's
Los
to.
gallos.
Like, yeah, I get it. I just not a hat that I will wear. Regardless, it's not even the distress that I'm got nothing to do with this. So that's why I asked about the distress because it really don't matter to me. Here though, I like the New Jersey Devil hat. Very clean, very simple colorways. It's just a good team colorway. Again, the Chicago White Sox. These are just, to me, those are just really clean, simple colorways of the teams.
I disagree with you with the Blackhawks. It's looking very Jamaican to me.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that because I just thought it looked pretty normal. But you
They
think
use those colors on their jerseys, yes, but like the way they colored it, it's
okay,
looking very Jamaican to me.
I'm wondering if there's a Jamaican.
I
can
love
see
my
that, what you're saying with the
Jamaicans,
side
but
patch.
you know,
I can see what you're saying because
not
the
for
side
me.
patch. Now that I look at it, I see what you're saying. I'm wondering if it is hooked to that. I really didn't notice that, but
he's from that. He would know, right? What a Black Hawk hat looks. He's from, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's all
Oh
good
no,
behind me.
it's not Jamaica, but it is the
colors,
the black, green, and red. You know, the black power color. Yeah.
But to me, that's what it gives. You know.
And then this LA,
it's clean, man.
Very unique
red.
patch.
Freeway
series. I don't know how I feel about having
Don't we
another team's logo on my hat.
I think
the Angels have that colorway back in the day.
Yeah, the royal blue, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I get it. I just don't know if I'm thinking as a Met fan, I wouldn't want, and this is me personally. Again, I'm not saying this is a bad hat, but what I'm saying is,
he said I wouldn't want the ops on my hat.
I wouldn't want a Subway Series patch with a Yankee logo on it on my side patch.
I've seen that.
That's what I'm saying. I know it exists, but that doesn't make it a bad hat. Again, I don't think it's a bad hat. I just, as a person who likes Mets, wouldn't want a Yankee logo, even if it's small, even if it's showing Subway Series. I just wouldn't want it on my hat.
I feel like if you're just any regular customer, you're walking towards that, right? For a crosstown or whatever type of series it is, they're buying it. For the diehards, they're not touching it.
And that's, you know what? That's we like I said, plenty of times on the show we discuss fan hats, hat community hats, you know, and then the regular average consumer hat. And I could definitely be seeing this being like a consumer, like you said, going to the game, possibly going to this Angels versus Dodgers series game.
The Dodgers fan and the Angels fan. That's what he's
yeah, the ones that flop back and forth, you know, the bandwagoners.
Yeah,
they're the same people that get the two logos in the front with the X in the middle.
Oh
yeah. And then is that Sabretooth, Jordan, the red one?
Minnesota Wild.
Oh, Minnesota Wild. Okay. I was about to say I didn't read the Sabretooth.
We like that logo.
It wasn't really.
If I saw the video on that Wild and it's straight metallic, and usually I'm against that, but it looked good in the video.
You know, ECAP has a way of doing stuff like that. But it looks good. You know, they did that last week. There was a couple hockey hats that they had that was straight metallic that on the logo, and they looked good. Let me see. I'm gonna bring it up right here. Well, this is one of the hats. Why is it?
Chosen is an Angels fan. That's news to me.
He likes Angel hats. Oh,
he likes Angels hats. Yeah, that's right.
Angels and Saints.
See that the logo is interesting to me.
So what was that? You're indecent?
Yeah, that iris.
Yeah, iris. Yeah, that's not bad.
That pinkish vibe a little bit.
What patch is Chosen talking about? This one or the one on the Angels hat?
Black sweatband.
I think he was talking about the one on the Angels hat. I'm assuming.
The
I hope
freeway
that's what he's
one?
talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure he's talking about the freeway.
Yeah, this wild hat is good. I like this. This is a good one right
I
here.
don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Let's get a closer look at the denim. See, the denim looks good. The denim looks good to me. The distressed denim, but I don't want a rooster on my hat.
Yeah, but it's a snapback.
Philippine.
Get this shit off my screen.
We reviewing a snapback is the craziest thing.
See,
in the
that's
history
crazy.
Of Captain
When-
Curveballs.
That's
All right,
crazy.
guys.
Rocking denim,
bro.
You know what? I'm
Oh,
glad it's a
no.
snapback. Actually, so I take back everything I said because it's a snapback. So none of the rules for fitted apply to snapbacks.
Yo, this is a
See,
snapback.
like, look, it's a good color. It's good color blocking. It's just that side patch I'm not crazy about. It looks good though. It don't look bad.
I feel like the side patch is good. It's just the colors, bro. Like it don't make it pop out or
I'm
nothing.
gonna keep it a bean. Now that we're watching this video, I really don't like the side patch anymore.
Probably
In
used
the beginning, I was like, yes, all right.
I think this
I
is
feel
just
like
a-
I like the side patch. It just needs to be a different colors, bro. Like for real.
Nah, he used the
I don't know, bro.
he used the colors for the freeway. That's exactly what
I'm about to say, I think it's just a good clean hat. If I wanted a blue and red hat, this is perfect right here. This is a perfect
let me
use
put
of
that on a
blue,
Philly hat.
blue and red. I mean,
Am
is
I
it-
buying it? No.
that's what I was about to say. Is it
No.
like, am I standing in line for this one? No, but if I needed a blue and red hat and I came across this, I think I'll get it. You know,
I don't know about all that.
this is the.
Hmm.
I like this red top button, very clean, very simple. Yeah, easy day. I like the red top button. And then Jordan, my bad, that's not the one. I want to hear Jordan's opinion on this.
I mean, he's different.
New Mexico State University.
Hmm.
See, that's what I can't get with.
Yeah, that's.
What the hell is that?
Because listen, actually it's the
Like a
front
classic.
logo.
Vamos.
That's kind of fire.
Vamos.
Vamos Aggies.
Inspired by DJ Ango with her own.
Yeah, I
face.
just don't like the side patch. I don't. But that's
the movie.
I just
Nah,
don't
man.
like side patches like this. Like
On my
I don't
cowboy
like
shit.
like mascot looking side patches, in my opinion. But look, see, Acevedo said, "Nah, that's fire." There's a half
be
for
on my
everyone out
Cowboys
there,
shit.
man.
like-
There's a half for everyone
I
out
like
there.
that, the Aggies one.
You see, that's what I'm saying. And listen, this is why I want to make this clear because I think people get a little confused. They think because we do a podcast that we think that we know every single hat and we know what's better. Nah, man, this is just us expressing our opinion on what we like as people.
Yeah, you guys having a conversation.
That's
about
all
it.
it is. We don't think that we know hats better than anybody. We don't think that we the be all say all. We just discussing hats because we buy hats. We consumers. And
Facts.
we worked at hat stores in the past, and now we create hats. So we're just giving our take on it. But there's a hat out there for everybody. I personally don't like this hat. Guys in the comments like it. Carlos said he likes it, and that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the next store.
Big shout out to Persidey, man. This is their Friday night lineup.
Time out. 215 got 2 hat drops in 2 different stores on the same weekend.
Nah. That's to refresh the slide, my boy.
Oh, is this old?
Yeah, I don't even think I fixed it. Actually, I think it might just be the same.
Oh, my bad. Let me do that then. I didn't even see that you said that. I don't got my phone if you text me.
They're all EZs though. Everything that's not a Houston.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hey,
easy.
My bad. Yeah, let me bring us to the
You can
to the
have the
basement
hats.
while I get the new ones on.
got some haters this week. Okay.
So, what you refresh the slide? Let me refresh the slide.
Literally having a conversation with us virtually.
Facts.
Literally.
Exactly.
That's what it
Literally.
is.
Literally anybody could do this. We just happen to put the time in and we've done it for 85 straight weeks. That's it. That's the only difference between
But we can answer you like AI on the hat question.
Facts. Oh, so these hats are coming out this week. It was just that the name wasn't supposed to be on there.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. What we got here?
Fitted Dad's all the Houston, and then everything else is by Easy. Listen, man, I haven't got one of them Shohei patches yet on the LA.
Yo, me neither,
That's
bro.
one of the contenders.
Now that we
Doing
talking about, now you bring that up, Jordan and Carlos, you got a Otani?
Yeah, I have an Otani.
I think I'm gonna have to get one. I don't know. Shoot.
Just because what he's doing with the game, I know some people are saying he's hurting it. The Dodgers are hurting the game or whatever, but to me, he's also elevating and bringing in new fans. So what he's doing is he's just balling out, man.
I agree. The Asian community is big, especially for him. So, and we talked about it in our past episodes about this type of patch, Otani. And if he does this again, what else they gonna do? A logo for him in front?
Yeah, this is definitely fire. I like this. For me, there's a lot of good hats here. Jordan, I think I have to agree with you. I think I like the side, the LA with the Shohei side patch.
Yeah, it's a real clean colorway, but the new patch, man, I dig the anime look.
I like the side patch rather than the front logo.
Yeah,
when it comes to
right?
Yeah.
But this San Francisco,
the 07, realist, the 07. Again, that's just one of them ones.
I agree, and I like that all black use of Astro hat. I like all black tone. To me, looks fine.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. All right, word. We get to go next one, Jordan.
Sure. Shout out to Versailles. Big shout out to Ty Mathis.
Another
Shohei.
Yeah, but this is new. I've never seen this.
This one's a little like it's not too much, right? Like
It's
this
different. It's different. I like it.
Captain Carlos, Ty Mathis.
Like
what are you thinking?
Like a 3D LA.
Hey man, there's not too many tie hats that
nice.
I don't like, and I'm biased. So he's a real good friend. I like a lot of stuff that he does. So this is the 3.0 Otani, and I like it.
This 3D logo don't really see used like that.
It's not, but it's nice.
I am a fan. I'm a fan.
And it's also the way you color it, right? So it's some people try to get too freaky with it and it just throws off the hat. You know, sometimes just being simple with the logo helps out.
Nah, this is clean.
Yeah, just the white. It's crazy.
Acevedo, you underestimate. Oh my bad. Let me put us back on the top. Acevedo. I know. Listen, we are just guys who talk about hats.
True.
But at the same time, we're also guys who can get hats. And Acevedo, I promise you, if you want a hat from Stash, I know a guy. I don't want to say his name, Gentleman Soul.
Oh.
I know a guy who might be able to help you out. Maybe once in a while. Maybe you can't do it every week, but once in a while, he might be able to help you out.
He may put in a good word for you.
May put in a word.
Keyword,
by the way,
may.
By the way, he's also part of the Captain Curveballs. Just in case somebody was wondering. So, just saying, he can't get everybody hats, but he can get one person to have.
Yo, it's crazy. Yo, I was looking at their caption. They don't do invoices, but they only do in store. That's crazy.
Wait, in store?
Yes, I was like, what?
This stuff is in store.
That's
why
that
Soul
sells out.
If y'all realize, Soul always goes
on
Fridays to go get it.
So
that's crazy.
That's not sure if you guys know about Stash 1250. So they're mainly a shoe store, and Ty handles the hats, right? So there's not hats that are in stock or whatever. So what he just drops, it drops, and that's it. It's gone.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And there's not a large quantity either, right? So because it's a smaller account, and it works for the store, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it gotta be because he's producing great hats.
Bro, every
hat
hat sells out, and like that.
Bro, he makes great. That's the thing. It's not just about, I know there's always been discussions on, the difference between a hyped creator or a hyped person and what they mean to be making hats. But the thing with a guy like Ty is not only is he one of those guys, but he makes good hats. So it's hard for you to sit here and say that even if it was, if it wasn't Ty with this dude as well, I think it would, because it's just still a good hat.
Let me ask you, how much are the stash hats? Are they regular price or they're a little bit more?
Oh, they're regular price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ty's been in the game for like 20 years.
Exactly.
I mean, at one point, Ty was one of those guys that he dropped a hat and his shit was reselling for crazy money.
Bro, and that's what a lot of people are starting to get to know Ty about, the hero hats, right? The hero
the hero pack. That was
which they were impossible to touch. But
I need that Seattle. If you got that in the back somewhere, let me know. I need that, Ty.
When hats was booming, oh my gosh, Ty's hats was just absurd. We do. Hey, Hove, you absolutely right. You heard him. Hey, Kenneth, you heard the people. Gentlemen, so Kenneth, whatever you want to be called, whatever you need to do to get Ty, whatever you need to do to get Ty on the show, let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
It's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, I see what he said. Yeah, I see what he said in the comments. That's all I'm gonna say. I see what he said.
Yo, now it feels weird seeing Kenneth in the comments and not appear with us. Like, where you at?
I know, it's like, Kenneth, you don't belong there no more, Kenneth. That was the old you. You signed
he upgraded.
You signed a 17-year contract with us. Come on now.
He upgraded his contract.
Damn, he locked in.
He's on this side of the screen. He's on this side of the screen.
17 years.
You said 17 years?
17 years.
Jeez. All right, so how do I nominate this for Hat of the Week?
There you go. You just did. Nah.
You just did.
No, you just did, though. So
I mean,
all right.
Your homework duty. I hope you can remember. I hope you can remember math. And because I know I'm not ready for that when my son asks me, I'm not ready for that. All right, let's get to that. He said he's on homework duty.
Oh shit!
What you got for us, Jordan?
So
I love how Capo said I'll be late just a few minutes.
Oh, listen, we already Capo
throws the invite. He's like, "Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry about it." And
we already when Capo says he's gonna be late, we expect no earlier than an hour into the show.
That Hispanic time, bro. It'd be crazy. You feel me? Like,
bro. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But Jordan, talk to us about this Toronto Maple Leafs, because I like this.
With the all black camo with the that draft patch. I think that's a new patch. Right? We, maybe John Jay being him is drop one, but I'm pretty sure that's new.
My question is this Maple Leaf? Is it metallic?
Oh, metallic blue, huh?
Because if it's metallic
blue will go stupid.
This might be a banger here. I need to see it. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Metallic blue on the midnight camo.
Let's see. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's not. The pictures don't really.
Listen, I got a question for my Philly Bulls out there.
What's good? What's the question?
Right. Am I sturdy if I wear a patch that says Joe on the side like that?
Joe?
Listen. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Nah. No. I didn't even see that patch. I'm not gonna
lie. Hey, listen, breaking news.
I'll be honest.
I don't even think.
What's the breaking news?
This is an early curveball because this is literally breaking news. I just got a text on my phone that the Dodgers are placing Freddie Freeman on IL with a freak incident falling in the shower.
Bruh, rip.
I'm not joking. This is no April Fool's. April Fool's was 2 days ago. Dead serious. Breaking news.
He hit a bomb the other day.
Nah, that's crazy.
Fell in the shower and he will be placed on IL. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Cespedes when he was on the Mets and he fell off his horse or some shit.
I'm saying,
he was in Cuba.
Come on now.
He was in Cuba, like riding horses and shit.
There was another guy who played for the Bulls. Listen, guys, I just have a long history of just tragedy with my teams. I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Boozer, Carlos Boozer. I don't remember. Somebody for the Bulls. like fell trying to answer their door and broke their hand and was
Damn.
out for like the beginning of the season. Like,
I
what's
don't
going
even
on?
like. How does that even like happen? Like, I
Carlos,
don't
you a Bulls
understand.
fan?
Yeah, I am. I
I'm a
don't
Bulls
remember
fan.
that.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I'm a big Bulls fan. I can't remember if it was Carlos Boozer.
Shaking my
I
head.
feel like it was Carlos Boozer. I can't remember off the top of
Worst-
my head, but
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
The worst parts is when you got pitchers and basketball players and other players like punching walls or punching chairs.
oh,
Bro,
that's insane that you just said that. He said, "Why couldn't it be Otani?"
Yeah, I seen that. That was wild.
Hove is with me in the level of D1 hating. D1 hating. I'm a
Mets
D1
fan.
hater. I went
I'm
D1 hating, and Hove is with me right there.
Y'all Mets fan.
That's D1 hating right there. I'm not gonna lie.
You see what he did yesterday?
What's good, bro?
Oh.
All right. So again,
Yeah.
I think these hats are good. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they stick out to me. The other ones, they're okay. The
I
Joe
just
is
don't
pretty
know if I
interesting.
can pull the Red Wings off.
Yeah, the Joe is interesting.
I might get
but
made fun of.
something a little different.
Joe, no.
Let's get to the next one.
Mouth, shout out to our guy, the Fitted Flipper. Mouth, this is his hat, right? I mean, could you help me out a little bit? What's he doing with this?
Bro. This like he's dropping like a whole FNF on his website. His first pinky. So you feel me? He went a little creative on this one. I know Gabby, our boy Gabby from Moif. He's loving this logo. He loves that little F.
Yep.
The F logo. Fire.
Is it me? I mean, it is a fire logo, but every time I see this, it's like I feel like I've seen the same colors though on just this like logo. My parents probably don't understand.
You might. Can you? I mean, I was. You might not be able to change it. Or can you?
Gabby, because I know you in real life, and I know that you have a good taste in crowns, I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that the pictures probably don't do it justice. But off the pictures, I don't love it. I need to see it in person because if you say it's crazy, I believe you because I know what kind of hats you like, and we have similar taste in hats. So I would need to see this in person. But off the pictures, I'm not completely sold on it.
I think that's what it is. The picture got me.
And for me, I think it's the F logo. I just don't think I love this F logo. Or maybe it's the Carolina baseball side patch. I can't tell which one I don't like. One of them I don't like. I can't tell which one.
For me, it might be the patch.
It might be the patch. And because I think the colorway on the hat is good. I like the color on the hat.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I don't know, man. I need to see it. Like I said, if FOE is saying it's good, and I know, like I said, I know what kind of hats FOE likes, then I think this might be good if I see it in person. So I'll just have to see this in person. But shout out to Philip Flipper, man. A whole FNF by himself. Shout out to him. That's a big. Yeah, the pinky is cool. The pinky is cool. There's a lot of colors on it. You know what I'm saying? Going with the pinky too. I like the risk. I'm not mad about it. I think it's the patch.
It's a patch.
The more I look at it, I think it might be the patch that I don't necessarily love. And it's not even the colors. I don't think it's the colors. I just think it's the actual patch itself.
Look at the video.
Sent to DM. All right, we're gonna check it out. Let's check it out. FOE, let's see if this video changes.
The side patch. It needed a different color or another color.
I think so. The side patch. It's throwing me off.
Who you sent it to? You sent it to one of our DMs, FOE. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sweating right now. Who did he send it to?
He said our account.
Oh. No, that's not it. I haven't got nothing yet. FOE. Let's go to the next one, and then when it pops up, I will bring it back on the screen because I don't want to dwell on it too long. We're already an hour into the show. We got the PPP loan hats. The Philly ones is the PPP, and the Pittsburgh one is not enough. Not enough
They're
PPP.
coming back for their money.
Hey, yo, that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was crazy.
You ever seen that meme? It was like not enough PP for this move. That's how I feel about this Pittsburgh hat.
That's funny.
So that's
Jordan's favorite. That's
I really
crazy.
want that hat. Not gonna lie.
Which one?
Jordan's
You
favorite.
do want that?
He wants the yellow one.
I ain't gonna hold you. That Pittsburgh might be my hat of the week.
See, that's why I love doing this show because I love
know
that I
there's
can hate
three
a
of
hat
them,
and
right,
you can love it.
Jordan?
Yeah, the red one. I see something.
No, he wants the yellow one, like
I love
for
the
like on
old
purpose.
Pittsburgh. I love that colorway.
The old gold. Yeah, that's old.
I think you were
Love
Mitch
that
on that.
colorway.
Papa Molly.
Papa Molly is crazy. Oh my
So
goodness.
this is the
What is
thing.
going
This
on?
is why I love doing this because I
Yeah.
absolutely hate this Pittsburgh hat. But Jordan loves it, and I think that's what's hilarious about this. I actually can't say there's a single hat on this slide that I like. But I know people like this. I know that these are like hyped hats, especially because it's the misplaced series. But Hove, I'm not gonna say it's trash because there's someone who loves them.
Baby.
Jordan loves them. But I'm gonna say
lie.
that these are not for me.
It's his hat of the week.
I don't want TTT. I don't want TBTBTB. I don't want PPP loan. I don't want
PPP loan is crazy. Like
I don't want triple logos. That's me personally, though. Again, I'm a guy who it's the same thing I feel about minor leagues. The same thing I feel about. It's just too much going on the hat. It's giving. It's like giving like too much going on. It's giving fan
Justin,
treasure
check
back
the
in
DM,
day.
bro. I sent the video.
Whoever
That sound
said
crazy.
that and wanted to create these logos, se pasaron with this.
Yo,
But that's the thing. These are hyped. Like these are hyped. So I'm not gonna
Safe to
sit here and say that they're whack or they're trash or because people want this. People want the
Oh no,
misplaced
these
series.
are yeah.
You can say they're trash all you want. They're gonna sell out.
That's what I'm saying. Like these are hats that are gonna sell out, and that's why I would never say they're trash. What I will say is it's not for me, but it's gonna sell out, and I know it's gonna sell out, and that's why I can't say it's trash.
And
It's
when
just
they run into me and I see that hat with them, like, bro, that's not it. I'm telling them respectfully, that's not it. The PPP. No,
I know he wanted to leave a mark, and have a little bit of his touch in that side patch.
No one can tell me we have
That
special.
side patch is not for me.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't really know who John Geiger is, like all that much. I just
don't know
kind
who
of
he
seen
is,
that he
but
was
I
a
know his
fashion
name.
guy.
I'm about to say I know he's a fashion guy. I know when he makes a hat, people go crazy.
But I seen the Philly and I just seen the pit and like I peeped these 2 months ago on like whatever like IG fashion page and I was like, bro, like these are different.
Yeah, facts. And you know what? We finally have big homie in the building. Let me bring him to the stage. I don't know how long he's been
If
back.
I was forced to get any, I'd probably get the
Crazy forced to get any.
the black, the black
Like he
Florida.
said, if a gun was to his hand, they say, "Yo, you must buy one right now."
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm literally gonna wear that Pittsburgh next week.
You
Y'all
know,
go see me.
sometimes the fiance's like, I'm feeling good, go buy a hat. And it's like, fuck.
Not that PPP.
Like you walk into the store, these are the only ones available, and she's like, "You know what? You need a hat today." You're like,
Yeah.
any other week. Let me bring up my guy to the stage. Big Philly in the building. Capo 856, my guy.
AKA Vegas, AKA Nevada. Go ahead.
Today.
Man, being forced to get some is absolutely crazy. Good. Definitely Oakland A's. You know what I'm saying?
We got the satin brim on them.
Satin brim?
Oh, satin brim, bro. Don't steam it. Don't steam it, bro.
You steam under it.
You steam the under. That's right. OG shit right there, man.
Hey,
Let's shoot everybody, man. The PPP loan Phillies is absolutely diabolical.
All I know is that Phillies is coming home.
Which one?
Yeah, the both
Yeah,
of them. You and Jordan both got it, right?
Yeah,
no, that's coming home.
What
That's
he
coming
meant to
home.
say is the Phillies are coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll knock him out.
Nah, I want to bring up that video that Gabby was talking about. We got in the DM real fast. Let me see. I want to see how you feel about this, Capo. Let's take a look at it. Where's it at?
PP.
Nah.
No,
I'm gonna be real with you.
Misplaced series.
This is like my
Real
grandma.
squeeze.
I got you though.
Don't take a picture. See, the F is hitting. The F. That's not the problem here. The F is going crazy.
But I gotta be the patch.
Faded flipper. I like that.
You know what?
Good pinky. It's great.
This video makes me like the F more.
It does.
Oh no! See, the patch is doing a lot though.
Okay, see, I told you, FOE. I trust him. And he delivered. He delivered because now that I see this in video, I see the metallics shining off the side patch. I do like this now.
It's a shapeshifter. That's what it is.
I like this now.
It's a shapeshifter. I like that.
If it's red metallic from China, he said it's garbage. You don't like red metallic from China, or I don't know if it's a he or she, but Mount Zion. He said if it's a red metallic from China, it's garbage. So, but that's the thing. Like this video, you can't tell if it's a what country it is. So I wouldn't. I don't know.
Like that with
from Laos.
I'm not gonna lie though. Seeing the video did make this is that rare, not the rare times, but
this is the video definitely. This is like when you're walking in the mall back in the day, you see a shorty, she got the big hips, and you say, "Oh!" Then she walk by you like, "Oh, it's missing." This is the reverse of that. This is like, "Oh, it's all hitting right here."
Yeah. That was like you walk by and you thought shorty was nothing, and then you punch. I'm like, yo, you like wait.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
We almost dropped whatever you. Oh, hold up.
You feel that? That's how I feel. That's how I looked at my wife the first time. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I like to hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you know? Hey, these I don't like the side pat, but the Geiger hats real quick is why. This is the problem. The hats could have been really great, and then you went ahead and put the same side patch on each one of them. That's the only problem. They're still going to sell out, but.
So is this one of those cases that we talked about earlier that is going to sell out for name rather than actually being good?
Yeah, because what the fuck does this mean? So my young bulls was over here acting like they didn't know nothing, which is crazy.
Sorry.
The misplaced but you know about the sneakers. He comes from sneakers, right? You know about the misplaced Nike swooshes?
Yeah.
This is like the fitted version of it.
And that's why they'll go crazy.
But the Nike swooshes look way better.
Well, I remember I was a young
20,
I think I was like 21 when I seen the first misplaced swoosh.
Yeah, and that was fire.
And that was man, that was a time.
You know how much bread he got for those pairs?
I didn't even mean to do that, but let's get into this hat club job. We still got like 2 or 3 more. I'm trying to get through these slides fast because my boy Carlos, man, he got some shit to talk about.
We got some stuff to talk about with the legend.
So let's go ahead and get through these last couple slides. I love this.
Yeah, and that's right, Knuckleheads. He is the first one in the battle with
Pixel, the Pixel, right? This is like pixelated.
I love this hat. I love this style. Both. I like the camo on it. I like the camo on the brim or the camo on the crown. Either or, fire.
I ain't gonna lie, the Marlins.
Amato got his
more like a graph.
My boy, he's a ginger with the long curly hair. Shout out to him.
With the locks.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Like this is fire right here.
Looking like my cousin.
Carrot top, bro.
Fire. I ain't mad about it. I like this. I really do like this. I'm not even being funny. I like this right here.
My only thing that I love it, and that Orioles is hitting for me, but is the material regular poly or is it that
polyester?
Is it like that poly?
I assume it's maybe cotton.
Okay, I can rock with that then. As long as it's not what I was concerned with is if it was that
nylon, that like a
like that nylon, kind of like I can't get. But if it's like a cotton or a poly, this
The
is
ballistic nylon, like that hard tarp.
Yeah,
material.
the rip stop or whatever yeah.
All right, guys. So I got bad news. It's ripstop.
All right, well, it was a good hat, and the idea was fun. It was fun for a minute.
Rest in peace to my opinion.
R.I.P. What I just said.
Yeah, for real. You had one hat club. You had one.
Had me in the first half.
Yeah. Damn. That's disappointing.
I don't really care. I like it. I like the look. And I think the Astros, the green with the green, that's one of I'm a fan of the green hat, so I like the green with the little fatigue brim. I like it. So shout out to Hat Club, always kind of changing it up a little bit.
So there's two different ones, right? There's the one with Atlanta and there's the one with
because that's like a brand more
that's like a little bit more lighter.
There's like 3 different looking camos here, low key.
I see 3. I see that it's like snow camo. What they call that? Snow camo, or they call it desert camo?
Desert. I think it's desert.
Desert.
You got desert camo, and then you got like I don't know what that green camo is, but that's like the real army fatigue. Like that is real army fatigue. Like an old army uniform, it looks like that.
These will go so crazy with the Digi Camo Air Force Ones lows. Like they had the sand camo and they had the green camo. These hats will go perfect with those forces.
That's what I'm saying, Brooklyn. Like the dude put that shit on. And like him putting it on makes me want to put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
It goes back to that camo. When you do camo when you just put camo on with a good fit, like don't go full NORE like full camo fit,
full camo shirt, camo pants.
Yeah. Because that's a different thing. But if you go with like this, like that fit, like you gotta look it right, bro. Camo just hit. It does a lot.
In New York, you definitely gonna get somebody doing the CNN for you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
For sure. And then what's funny is that they're gonna thrift a real army pair of pants, like a real pants from the army, and they're gonna thrift that shit. They're gonna throw that shit on with a pair of Jordans.
Yo, you can find it on eBay for the steal, bro.
Army supply pants, man.
For real.
Yeah,
shout out to High Club though. I like this personally.
The Cubs actually
fresh. Oh, my bad. You want to talk about the Cubs real fast?
I was gonna say that the Cubs is I just seen it peep that at the top. The Cubs is looking really good.
Yeah. That Cubs because it's like the OG kind of colors, and then it still has that camo. Definitely fire. What you got here, Jordan? My bad. We cut you off.
Shout out to Gat. Him and Fizz Algebra now they're teaming up doing some hats.
Wow, shout out to Gat, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me go pay the invoice. I just got the invoice. Let me pay
that. Shout out to first of all, we got Gat on the show this month, right? I'm not right. Don't we got him already?
End of month, right? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Shout out to Gat, man. I'm not gonna lie. Before our DPM interactions, because we're in the DPM chat, I really didn't know too much about Gat. But it seems like ever since then, every week, or at least every other week, Gat has something fire coming out. Yeah. So shout out to Gat on that. Who made the Philly? Was it Algebra?
Gat.
No, that one was Gat.
Oh, Gat made the Philly. Okay. Yeah, this Philly is pretty clean. Is there a hook to it?
Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Transformers.
How you guys feeling about this, my Philly guys? How you guys feeling about this?
I'm paying for the invoice right now. So it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Paying for the invoice right now. Okay.
That's crazy.
And then, man, you ain't tired of all these damn Philly hats?
Are you tired of all them damn Chicago hats?
I feel like the good thing about Philly is that you can get both the traditional Philly collector, and then you can also get everybody else who's not a Met, Atlanta, or maybe Marlins. I guess if they consider themselves fans. You know what I'm saying? Because Philly hats go so crazy that I feel like it's just
I might be speaking a little. No, I'm not gonna. I'm definitely speaking in term. But I think my brothers right here feel me. Knuckleheads, Gabby, all them. I feel like right now Philly's having like a little renaissance, bro. Like we getting,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? Like it was funny because shout out Rome. He had posted a hat, and I was like, when the fuck did that hat come out, bro? And he was like, it was a Hat Dreams hat, and he was like, I just got the last size, and I was like. And I literally hit him when I was like, it's happening. He was like, what? I was like, we're making too many good Philly hats right now. So it's like now we're at
like
the
you started to miss it. You started to miss some stuff now.
Yeah, bro. We're missing.
I mean, think about it, right? Like 2024, we felt like Philly was the logo of the year, and you guys are continuously bringing out bangers, which is just chill out for a second, bro. Give it like 3 months probation.
That's why I'm going. I'm exploring my Chicago roots these days.
You know what it is too. You know what it is that I would say. Philly, the guys who make Philly hats, one, a lot of them are guys from Philly or grew up in that area, and they just do the coloring on the Philly hats well. True. Because the thing that I say about Philly hats, because it's fuck Philly all the time, right? But the thing that
so disrespectful.
But
goodness gracious.
Nah, shout out to I'm not gonna say for Philly because I actually go to hella Philly's games, like especially when they're not playing the Mets. Like the stadium vibes awesome. So I'm not gonna say it's fuck Philly. It's really more fuck Philly fans because they be doing way too much. But
that's a cheat code, that damn
like the thing is that this, like, if I wasn't an absolute Philly hater, I would. There's so many Philly hats that I say all the time that I love this hat. Like I love this look, or I wish that it was the same. And that's the thing. Philly creators do a good job of making hats that, for me, like if this was a New York Met hat, same exact color blocking, everything, but NY patch, I would love it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Philly creators do a good job of making hats that, if it was any other team of Philly, I would. It's a banger still. So I think. You know, it's just a little bit of a cheat code right now, Loki.
The 96 All-Star game patch is top 3, top 2, top 1. It changed.
And this low key goes with the, not exactly, it's a little different color blue, but you could pull this off maybe with the powder blue, depending on how you wear it and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is 100% just kind of a team colorway.
Yeah.
It's a team color still. This is definitely still a fan hat.
It is.
So shout out to Gat. What else we got here? San Jose Sharks. I don't really love that front logo just because I feel like you can't really read that it says Sharks. And then what's that hat on the bottom? So, some type of dog on there. I'm not familiar.
Fresno State.
Oh,
Fresno State.
That one's racked.
Bulldogs.
Not crazy about it. But shout out to So Fresh. We know what they do every single week. Drop really good hats. So shout out to them.
Yeah, we know their body for sure.
Shout out to our guy Cappy, man.
Pressure right here.
It's Pirates, bro.
Malvin.
Okay, yo.
What you feeling, man? Is this your cup of tea or what?
I don't know, bro. Like, do you drop it? I mean, it's different, but then it's like, are we over ransoms? Like,
I
feel me? Like,
I never really got into ransoms.
Like 6 months ago, this probably would have hit. All of these.
Just one.
Okay, listen.
One White Sox, and that's just because it was team colors. And I said, you know what?
I do have a question, and this is, and let me know if anyone did this. Because if they didn't, huge opportunity missed. Did someone do a kids hook with a New York Yankee or a Mets with the script?
A kid?
You know the movie Kids?
Yeah, no, it sounds very familiar. That's why.
You mean the hook?
Did someone use that as a hook for a ransom for either a Yankees or a Mets? Because if they didn't, that's a huge missed opportunity, and they need to go ahead and do that.
Better go look at.
But that Pirates is amazing. The Pirates is immaculate for me. That's the one out the pack.
Really?
And I think it's because I think the black tonal looks good with the black overall crown. And then it really makes the Pirates front logo stick out. Like the Yankee, the side patch is really good, but it's too much. Like the burgundy with the black camo, and then the it's too much going. In my opinion, it's too much going on with
I
the
agree.
Yankee across
Yes.
the
Yeah,
front.
Pirates is a midnight camo brim, right?
Ooh, he said, yeah, he's pirate. They all have I think they're all midnight camo.
Yeah,
which is another thing that he. But I know Cappy. He's done a lot of those camo brims. He likes.
that's kind of his right now. That's kind of his his thing as the ransom with the camos. That's he's been dropping a lot of those. So
This might be a late drop. You heard? This might be a late drop on him.
Yeah,
that's true. That maybe
this might be a late drop for him. I think he mentioned that.
I think at this point you either love camos or you hate it. So and I think there's really no in between. For me, not a fan. Don't have a single one. Carlos said he got one. Capo, you got one?
I have one, but now I need to get I need one to replace it because I don't fit it anymore. Pause.
Okay, there you go. So I think it's one of those things where you could get one for your collection just to have it, or you can hate it, not have none, or you're a collector of these and you're gonna get all of them. That's literally the three options for real. I don't see anybody just casually buying ransoms here and there. For honestly,
someone having a whole ransom collection is dying.
Like imagine you battle a mug and he pulled out straight ransom. You might have lost. You might have lost. You might have lost. Who else gonna have all ransoms?
That's
you got a whole collection of just ransoms, bro. I don't even want to battle you. You need to go see a doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that's absolutely.
But shout out to Cappy. That's our guy, Brim City. Cool J's Miami. Jules was talking about going. Jules is in Miami, so he was talking about stopping at Cool J's Miami. So I guess
Pirate.
Jules, this is what you might be able to get your hands on if you're gonna stop over there.
You know what's crazy? Sneaker Town thing is over there too in Miami.
Jules is going to booby trap. He said.
Sneaker Town, my guy. I love
Sneaker Town.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the last slot before we get into our main event.
Hold up.
See, I seen the Oro tree. Promise Fresno. Filthy fitted.
I'm not gonna lie. These are both gems. The full camo is the one, but the bear, that's doing good for me right here.
I like the bear. The full camo, my only problem with it is the tiger is a little hard to see.
He's camo, bro. He's camouflage.
He's camouflage. You're right. You're right. I didn't even think of that. You're right.
He's camouflage, bro.
But that bears though, I think he used the good colors. I think again, I'm not into the crazy front patches, but I don't hate this one. So that's a win. I think this is this is decent right here for sure. What you feeling? Los? Oh, you on mute, my guy.
Well, definitely like the Grizzlies.
Okay. Everybody kind of like the Grizzlies on this one over the Tiger.
Yeah, it's probably the best one.
I feel like I wish he would have did the black camo on the Tiger as well. I feel like it would have been equally as nice.
I mean, the patch is okay on the Tiger, but
the thing is, I like the side patch on the Tiger is better than I like the side patch. Because that California one, I have a couple hats with it. I'm not a big fan of it. Honestly, I'm really not a fan of it. Like when they do like a league, like, and I know MILB, that's a lot of them need that because they don't have so many things. So I get why, but that Fresno's Grizzlies, they have a lot of different patches he could have used. But honestly, it's still a great hat. I really do enjoy it.
Word. I mean, nothing crazy on this one. Like I said, solid. Nothing too crazy. So without further ado, man, it's time for the main event of the evening. We don't bring our guests on the show just to talk about hats. We want to hear who they are, what they about. And this is where we let our guy, the realest friends, take over. So, realist.
Let's get straight to it. So, for a lot of us, this is my first time meeting you. So, who is Captain Carlos in the hat community?
In the hat community. So, I started my Instagram right when COVID hit, right? There was nothing else to do. We couldn't go outside, couldn't do a lot of things. So I started my IG, and my fiance said, "No one's gonna see your stupid hats. Like, I don't know why you're gonna waste your time like uploading all your hats." But to me, it's like, man, you know what? Let me just post them, see what I have, what I don't have, and then I found the community. I found the local guys here, started to following them, and then I was like, oh shit, we're all over the world, pretty much, right? There's just like a whole bunch of crazy people that love hats as much as I do. Um, and then 2021 was my first collab. I did it with Grandstand. I did a Blizzard pack, which was just off-white team, kind of team colors and all Chicago teams. And since then, a little bit after that, I dropped La Reina with Berdines, which is the Selena inspired hat. And
the Selena hat, the one, because you started a lot with that.
yeah, that was the first one to drop.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that because here we are in 2025. People are still doing Selena hooks. That hat inspired a lot, so I think it's important to put that out there.
Which one? Which one was that one? If you don't mind me asking that, with Selena, sure.
Oh, it was a Seattle Mariners Block S with the rose side patch. So not even a rose side patch is trending this year. I've noticed.
Let me see if I can. Is it on your IG, Carlos?
So I tell wifey, right? These are all the hat collabs I did. I was like, God forbid if the house goes down or the man cave goes, just grab this.
Yo, I love it, dog. I love it.
My hats.
Pull that joint out, man. Yo, I like say, take the bag, take the bag.
I got a question, right?
Yep.
2021 it's a long time. How did you get that? Like, how did you build that relationship with the store to get that drop? Because at that time, and Capo could also talk, people weren't getting drops. It was hard to get even a relationship or just a conversation just with the store manager at that time.
I honestly wasn't even looking to get a hat collab. I was just there. I would always chop it up with owners. They're real great friends. Shout out Justin Stephanie over there at Grandstand. And one day, they just approached me and they're like, "Hey, you want to create some hats?"
That's
I'm like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "Do you have anything in mind?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I created the Blizzard pack. It was just team colors, nothing crazy. Because I thought this was going to be my first and only hat drop. So I was like, if I'm going to do something, I want to nice and nothing trendy, nothing that, is going to look bad 10 years from now.
And for those who don't know, Grandstand is a store that just Chicago.
Grandstand is a store that's like a few blocks from Comiskey Park. And so you could literally walk there from from the White Sox game, and you just walk there and buy some hats.
I love that you thought these were going to be the only hats you ever would do, and
yeah,
you go plain Jane, bro. You go plain Jane team color, like
I got plain Jane, and then like I said, I try to do some logos that like people really don't play around with. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna do a White Sox hat, let me just do something different. And then
it's a classic though, that with no baddie, that White Sox one.
And then I did the all white football, the Bears, and then the flat shield in the back.
That's clean.
And you said something about you used to chop it up with the managers and owners or whatever. You had a post on your Instagram. I think you posted it a few months ago, or right around when Berdines was. I think they were opening the new location, and you had just put, it was like a picture of you just sitting in there with I believe Jerry, and you just said, just if people only knew like the hours we just sat here just having conversation.
Yeah, so that was like at the old Berdine location. Jerry would just bring out the stuff that like all the orders. He would unpack them. He would show us what's upcoming for the few months, and we just see all the hats before anybody else. And to us, it was cool. And we would just look at all the hats, and that was around the time where uh the hype was at the all time like at the highest, right? So anything that we saw, we're like, okay, and he would listen to our feedback. You're like, oh, do these teams or do this, do that, you know. So
Yeah,
kind of like you're involved in the process, so you're excited to see the hats.
yeah, for
Type
sure.
thing. And then we would also drink and talk shit and just build, those relationships.
Yeah.
So
That's fire, though. That's fire. And look
when
at
when we talk about culture, like that's majorly like that's culture right there. You know, like just literally just being in it. Like you said, you guys are just guys chopping up, kicking it,
Yep.
talking. Like,
so Chicago 8 and 9 is the one that took the picture of us talking. So I didn't even know. Like he just sent it to me like years later, and I'm like, oh shit, like
that's dope.
Nah, that is dope. And
Yeah.
Hold on, we had a
I
question
was
in the
gonna show you
comments.
the Selena hat.
Yeah.
Oh
that's what
yeah. I'm about to say we had a question in the comments also about how many hats do you think you're at in your collection?
I stopped counting after 500, but I would guesstimate like 3,500 maybe.
That's actually so insane. And listen, when caps and curveballs, yeah, that's okay.
That's the one.
I understand it now. I
Yep.
understand it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire.
And then we had two. So we had the all purple, and then we had the two-tone. So this was mainly geared towards women, and then the two-tone was like for the men that didn't want to rock the all purple. But they both did great, and they restocked about like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still get asked about the two-tone to this day. So
you have 3,500 in your collection, give or take, and how many have you created?
say over 30.
Okay.
There's some that I don't take credit for. Like I'll just say use this patch or use this colorway, but I don't really care. Like if I get credit for it or not, just as long as the hat gets created and I get to have it, I'm happy with it.
I feel that. Shout out to you, man. That's dope as hell. That's dope as hell.
Tell us, Carlos, what I know it's a big weekend for you. Talk about it.
So I submitted the St. Patty's pack maybe about like November just to avoid the delay.
The delay.
Right. And for some strange reason, I think it was the Blackhawks and I think the Cubs, if I'm not mistaken, that they were waiting on approvals. I think that's what caught the delay. And then with China shutting down, that caused another delay. And then the order got sent to be made in China, so that's why they arrived late.
This is it right here.
Yep, this is the third straight year where St. Patty's hats for Berdines gets there late. So just keeping tradition alive, like I said in the caption.
I thought that was so funny how you said keeping the tradition alive.
No, I like it. I like it. You got the baseball, got the basketball, got the hockey. He made sure he touched everybody.
This Bulls hat,
insane, right?
Incredible.
So that's the one that I mocked up maybe like 3 years ago, and I've been sitting on it.
You know what? I love this hat so much. Oh my gosh. My first ever, my bad, realist. I just had to get this out real fast. My first ever, I'm a Bulls fan. Like I said, I'm a Bulls fan. One of my favorite players, not even before this, but my favorite players of all time. One of them, obviously, Derrick Rose. I was a Bulls fan before Derrick Rose got drafted there. My dad's a Bulls fan, so I just grew up a Bulls fan. My first ever game ever was the Bulls St. Patty's Day game versus the Brooklyn Nets years ago. and they brought out these green jerseys, and green is my favorite color. So when I see my favorite team that's a red and black team wearing a green jersey, I've been obsessed with that like retro colorway ever since. And this hat right here is absolutely incredible, to the fact that I think after the show, I might have to hit you up because I think I need this.
Yep. So this was the one that got mocked up like 2-3 years ago. I've been sitting on it, but this one's the one that inspired the entire pack.
And it's a icy.
Huh?
What's the color brim?
It's a Cali green and a black.
And
No,
the
the UV,
UV, I'm sorry, the UV.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. Okay. I thought it was icy for a second. I was like,
gray
I
with
think
the
they're all
white
gray.
they're all gray.
Now, there is no
no back.
logo in the back, and there's no side patch.
Oh,
I don't even care.
Plain Jane, but it's beautiful.
To me, I'd rather have a plain Jane than a generic patch.
That's a real plain Jane, because you know what? We have talked about on the show how that NBA logo could sometimes be a little too overwhelming with the size.
It's
like,
bulky and it's the height, of the logo itself.
Listen, I'm with Justin. When I see the Knicks jersey in green, the Red Sox jersey in green,
just something about it.
Them jerseys, they hit.
I was just looking at the Boston green jersey, and I'm like, "Whew, I may need to cop that."
That's a fire. Ooh.
And then for years, also, I've been asking Jerry at Berdine's, "Hey man, let's get this single solo cub, on it." And I was like, I remember collecting in the early 2000s, like I had a hat with that logo just on the front.
On the front.
And then for some reason they got locked out of the catalog. It got vaulted or something, and they brought it back for spring training. And as soon as I knew it was available, my man, I got to put that on the hat because the blue just pops out of that green.
Absolutely. And that's my favorite. That's my favorite Cubs logo right there. The solo wandering Cub, man. That battery.
And the reason I went with the Wrigley Field 100-year Annie side patch is that you get so many drunk people over there in Wrigleyville and Wrigley Field that like everyone goes and celebrates that. But
I love what you did with
the only thing that I touched with St. Patty's, right? Like just to have it a little bit of St. Patty's there. But everything else, it's like very wearable. Nobody will know that it's a St. Patty's hat.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I
love that goal for sure.
2 questions. So, are you rolling with the Cubs?
Oh, I'm Southside. I'm White Sox.
Oh, okay.
And then the Blackhawks, the Winter Classic.
I just love that you went OG colors on all these hats, but with the green and black.
The pewter and the gold shield.
So fire.
Yeah. I told Jerry that's the one I need.
The black oak?
I'm gonna try for the Cubs too, though.
And then
I mean the White Sox, not the White Sox, but the one that he's wearing on his head is just so unique. Yeah, that one right there.
That's the White Sox.
It's just so unique.
And the side pack.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like you on this show, and I'm not gonna try to be. I don't love that front logo, but the way that is executed here, I don't mind it at all. Like it just looks good. It looks clean. It looks very unique.
You know what? You know why I like this pack too. Even if you never dropped it for St. Patrick, you would have just dropped it in Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even about St. Patrick because I could care less about St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish. Shout out to my Irish people though. They be going crazy. But I don't care about really St. Patrick's Day for real. But these hats are incredible.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, like I wasn't too worried that it was gonna, arrive after St. Patty's Day just because I made them wearable year round, and I think that's my inspiration for like most of the packs that I create is just something wearable where years from now I could still wear it and it's not gonna be trendy or out of style,
Absolutely. Nah, bro, these are golden. This is a great drop.
I think you perfectly executed exactly what you wanted with that. Making a hat that's wearable, not just St. Patty's Day. It's executed well.
Facts. Any future projects with any other stores?
I am trying to work with other stores. It's just sometimes, the calendars don't match up. But yeah, I'm still creating. I'm still mocking up stuff. So, uh, whoever stores are, watching or want to collab, just hit me up wherever.
Any
I'm not.
store in particular
I
though?
don't go around and shop. Like send my mock-ups to every store, but um, you know, if they're interested, I don't mind collabing.
Any store in the East Coast?
Um, I would like to do something with Hat Dreams, just because they've been doing a lot of great stuff out there. I got, me and Manny, we're cool. And I would want to do something with Persody out in the West Coast.
Eric.
Okay. Okay. I have a question for you. So, I mean, I can't get over 3,500, give or take. And
Yeah.
so, why? Why do you do it, man? Like, what got you into it? What made you still buy hats after having damn near probably every hat you could want? I could imagine. I'm really interested to know that.
Bro, do you not see what he got on the top? Classic Angels, classic Seattle, classic Arizona, classic Bear. Oh, I think Cincinnati Reds. Oh, that's a Bear. I think it's a Bear. 5'8".
Yeah, why you do
So,
it, Carl?
what really got me into collecting hats is that I used to get faded up like every few days, right? And then I used to get designs on my head, and sometimes it would grow in, and you're like, "Ah, shit,"
Oh, the
like I can't
mismatches.
see my barber until next week. So I'm like, "All right, let me just throw on this hat real quick, and then I'll make it match my fit, match the shoes." And then I would go to different like stores, and they would have different stuff. So in my mind, like I didn't pay attention. I didn't know how any of the hat game works. I just thought all lids ordered the same shit. But then I started finding out that like, oh, this lid store over here orders different shit. This other hat store orders different, and I would have different colorways, different fabrics, different logos, and then I would just get compliments on it. When I'm just like, all right, like, I'm on to something. But then I would take them to bars. I would go over, girls' houses and shit like that. I would just lose them. I wouldn't keep them and and collect them like I did with this. There's very few that I still have from back in the days, but like most of these are just like newers from like the like 2015 and beyond.
Sheesh.
Would you say you buy one hat a week?
It all really depends on what's dropping, right? And what isn't dropping. I'll just say this: whatever came in, because sometimes Jerry will be like, "Hey, your hats came in, right? But so these other 12 came in too. Let me know if you want any, and then I'll just pick up like 12."
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's hard to say like, oh, I buy like one or two a week, because it happens like that, where it's just like
Like
sometimes I'll go like 1 or 2 months, and then I'm like, all right, let me
A
just
whole
grab all
bunch.
that for the next.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then also to keep it going with the collection questions, but what's your ultimate goal? Not in depth, like I'm not talking about goals in life. I'm just talking about, which I mean, if you want to talk about goals in life too, that's cool. But I'm talking about with the hats. Like, is there a point that you want to be? Do you consider yourself the best Chicago collector, the biggest Chicago collector? Is that what your goal is? Is because not to say like in a way where you're being cocky, but is that what the goal is? Is that how you feel about yourself? Those are the kind of things I want to know, because we had guys on the show who have hella crazy crowns. We had King of Crowns, who obviously calls himself King of Crowns for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You have, a guy like Pierre from Toppers who has Thousands of Crowns himself, who they say he's one of the best collectors. So do you
Got
consider yourself
Bones.
in that top? Yeah, Bones.
Bones.
Do
I
you
got.
consider yourself in that top tier collecting? And if not, is that where you want to be? Like, is that a goal of yours, or is just for the love of it?
It's just for the love of it, man. Like I don't really care about if I'm the number one
Man,
Chicago collector, if like I'm the number one designer. To me, it's just for the love of everything.
and he being humble. He's the king of Chicago.
I would go. I would go a step further. He's definitely one of the kings of Chicago, but I would also go in and say he's like the art. He's got the archive. Like it's not just about like
The
he's
vault,
clearly
for real.
buy what you like. He's been doing it for so long. That's why I thought
2015 is crazy.
Mhm.
I don't even know what was coming out in 2015.
I was on a live one time. I was on a live one time, and he was pulling out these deep cut, like back when New Era had the NHL before, and it was like crazy, like all type of like it was him.
Yeah,
And
I have like the Chicago Blackhawks done in the Redskins colorway from like before the New Era contract got pulled. Just different stuff like that, like old Dipset hats.
Yeah,
Pinwheels,
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So from when you started to collecting till now, did you expect that you were buying hats in 2015 that you would pull out in 2025, and instead of it being just an old dusty hat, it's like one of those hats that people look at and is a gem?
At the moment, you don't think about like long term, right? Like you're just buying what you like, and I've always had that mindset of just buying what I like, and then you run into this problem like, oh shit, like I'm running out of space, and then you're now I'm at the point where like I'm being super selective, and I'm like really looking at the hats, like, do I really need this motherfucker?
Yeah.
You got 7 hats, the same color, same.
Yeah, I'm like, the only thing that's different is the coloring on the side patch. I don't need it.
Yeah. And would you ever consider, or do you? Because I'm not. Again, this is me coming from a person who I really, and it's no disrespect to you, but I really didn't know much about you until Capo brought your name up and I started doing my research. But do you consider battling? Are you a guy who will come out and do battles, or because I'm sure you got the arsenal to really go crazy.
Oh,
King of Crowns
definitely.
recently battled and he won, and it's like kind of not a surprise, but at the same time, I'm glad to see him doing battles because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're one of those guys that got hella crowns, why not do battles? Could you see yourself, or do you? I don't know. Do you do that right now, or if not, could you
I
see
don't
yourself?
participate in any battles. To me, I just do it for me. It's like
Yeah.
I just buy the hats. I'm not worried about who has the best one or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you like it, cool. To me, I like my hats.
But to piggyback on Justin, I think it'll be cool for you, right? Because I feel like you got so much hat that no one never seen.
I won't say like the older. There are some hardcore collectors that are very low key in Chicago. I'll tell you that. They're very low key where they hardly post on Instagram, and they've been collecting since the early 90s.
Oh.
Right. So they're the ones that I look up to, like you got your Chicago Joes, you got like a whole bunch of different people where, they just, fitted heads. Alex, he designed his own hat with New Era in like 2011, 2013 or something. Forgot about that. So he has, we'll say maybe around 4,000 or more hats. So there's a lot of low key people that they've been doing it way longer than I have. So that's why I just pay homage to them, and I just continue to just move the culture forward.
No, Crash Bender. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, imagine being in a 2025 battle and you pull out a 2017 gem. Like, like that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be so crazy to see, and it would be fun to see.
I got the swinging Wahoo, from Hat Club.
That's crazy.
And that's it. And then that's over for that one.
One.
It was quiet. Well, Melvin, a young bull, loved that logo a lot.
When hats were like really reselling and going crazy, were you ever part of that movement? Did you ever think to sell any of your hats, or did you? And did you make good, or you know?
No, and I kind of regret it now, right? Like maybe I should have took some deals, but I've always been the type of person that once it comes into my man cave, it's not leaving.
And I was gonna say about the battling thing. You know, it really shocked me. You know, King Crowns, that's my man's. I was shocked because he pulled out like
no stop.
no. I'm not starting. I'm just saying he pulled out crowns that I don't think some people would consider to be like elite top tier crowns or something like that. But they were good crowns in the sense of like he likes them, he's gonna wear them, you know, the colorway, you know what I'm saying? Like they were different than what you would see in normal battles. And even though some of them might not be my taste, or some of the sneaker selections might not have been what I would have done, it was dope to see that someone, it wasn't just based strictly around hype. So when you have someone like Captain Carl coming through and he's got like some things people can look at and be like, yo, I respect it because I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So I think it gains another perspective for like just the community in general, not even when we're just talking about a battle sense at that point, because now people are able to see something and appreciate it.
That's true.
Yeah, just like Joel, like he's on the comments now. He's one of those people that used to pull up at New Orleans hat store. You know, there was a hat store here in Chicago and in Rosemont that people used to go to, and that was during my clubbing days. So I was too busy being in the club, getting drunk, and losing hats and fighting people and shit like that. You know, like that. That's the order. That's the younger me.
Yeah, but like you said, a lot of people can't pull out. Like you said, can't pull out a 2015 crown, or can't pull out those, those hockey hats from that time. Don't you have one that was like all the different banners or all the different from when the Blackhawks were winning? It was like
Yep. It has the old championship banners around the crown.
And if y'all don't know, you need to be tapping in when he does Windy City Wednesdays, because this is the Windy City Wednesday man right here, So if y'all like, why do we know this? It's because I see these cats they pull that are participating in this, they pull out a lot of heat, and it's just like you could just tell the genuine joy that like they have. Like my wife laughs at me because she'll see me like rearranging my fitteds and like restacking them or putting certain, and then like she's like, what are you gonna do? Just go stare at your hats right now? Like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, actually, I am. I'm gonna admire them actually.
When you know the looking at them.
Just like here, this is all like my Jackie Robinson. Up here, these are all my hero hats. Up here, these are all like my Mexico hats. Over here, it's like all the player hats, like all the Griffies and stuff, and the Watanis.
I was about to say you got hella Griffies.
I see the whole back. Jeez.
Well, I think because you come. How old are you, Carlos?
What's up?
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay, so we're the same age. So we come from that era where Griffey was like, he was like Superman,
Still is. We talking about?
He still is. Still is. Yeah, straight up.
It's just
that's the joy.
The heroes, man. You just got to pay homage to all the legends before. To me, it's like whether it's in sports, collecting, or whatever, they're the ones laying all the groundwork, and then we're just there pushing it.
Absolutely. And how did Windy City Wednesday come about?
Windy City Wednesday was just me going live, I was just going live and I was just talking hats with the people. They would tap in. This was around the time where like Chicago was on fire, tie hats. He was dropping all the hero hats, so he would join in the live. Grandstand would join the lives, the leaders would join the lives, and Burdines would drop consistently like every week. So there was always like a challenge, or there was always like previews to show. and now I'm like doing them maybe once in a while just because I don't want to say that the love's not there, but to me it's like maybe there's in my eyes there's not a lot to talk about.
But I kind of appreciate it, like I know it's went from being like weekly, but now when you see that pop up, that page, or that you see the page post, it kind of means something to me. So it's like, oh no, I'm tapping in for sure. It's kind of like a rare air situation, It's like, oh, if they're going live, something's going down, or it's going to be a fun episode. So I always like it feels special now.
Crash Bend the Brim, man. That's a great segment. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but
that is
No, it's funny because at one point, my bad, my camera died. That's why my camera's off. But at one point, we have done segments like that, and we would like to do segments like that. Because again, at the end of the day, no matter if you're friends with us, if you love us or hate us, however you want to put it, we always try to be honest and give positive feedback here.
Thanks.
So if there is a situation where you would like to do that, we will be more than happy to do it on the show, as long as you don't mind, getting honest feedback from people, because we are honest. We're never going to sit there and be like, yo, that shit is whack. We're never going to do that, because it's not about that. We're always going to give you feedback to why we don't like it personally. Because again, something that I might not like, Jordan might love, fitted detailing might be 50-50 on it. The realist might hate it. You know what I'm saying? So we love to give the feedback.
Yeah. And it's like that. Like if you're designing anything or you're doing anything where you're creating something, like you got to be ready for feedback that is not positive.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Unless it's the PPP joints.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane work. But yeah, we definitely would love if that's something you'll be interested in. We would definitely love to do that. That could definitely be something that we could, or we will want, and we have done before. We actually teamed up with Cappy Gilmore, which we talked about his hats today. You've seen us. We teamed up with him and we did a whole mock battle.
Correct.
People submitted their mocks and we literally just talked about mocks for 2 hours straight. It was so many, and so we love it, man. And that's the thing. Like, we want to do things that people want to see. So again, if you be a viewer and it's something that you think will be interesting, please DM us. Let's set it up, and
we'll definitely have that.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Maybe you even be on the show and we talk about it with you live on the show. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feeling, man. That's how we feeling. You don't gotta be a hat designer. You don't have to be nobody special. You don't have to have 1 million followers. If it's something that you're interested in, you want to come on the show, you DM us. And sometimes we have people booked out for like the next 2-3 weeks. We got people lined up, but sometimes we don't got nobody for 2-3 weeks. So you catch us in the right week and you say, hey, I'm trying to come on the show and show off my mocks. Let's do it, bro. We don't care who you are. That's the type of vibe that we want to show here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I didn't know I was gonna be on the show until yesterday.
Yeah, literally. and I'm sorry, and
then Cat was just like, hey man, you just do it tomorrow. I'm like, all right.
Listen, no lie, Captain Carlos, and I do want to say, I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad you did it. I would apologize because someone like you, I wish we would have gave you more hype and able to advertise it more. But at the same time, doing something like this is fun for me personally, because you're one of the few guys that come up here that I don't know, like have a personal relationship with. So when I see somebody come up here that I don't know, I'm just as tuned in and intrigued as everybody that's in the comments.
And sometimes it makes it a little better, right? Because you're engaged and you
that's
want
what
to
I'm
know.
saying.
So it's like, all right, so if I don't know, maybe my audience doesn't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like all those,
exactly. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, like I'm a legend. You guys deserve. No, I'm like, the way it was handled, like everything, like it was perfect to me. Like I don't need that exposure. I don't need anything. It's just I'm just here to talk ads.
Nah, listen,
that's when it lines up like that. To me, it's the best.
And you, like what Capo said, you being a pillar in the hat community for 2015, and you're still rocking. Listen, that just speaks high value, Carlos. So continue doing what you're doing, bro. Seriously, for the culture.
I just got one thing to ask because Chosen keeps saying it, so I gotta ask. He's saying you're a Saints fan.
I'm a Bears fan, and we've had that terrible. We've had a lot of terrible seasons, right? And
Yeah.
like I made Saints my second team.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I love New Orleans.
That counts. That counts.
That's why there's always a special place for all the hat collectors out in New Orleans. Like I love them. You know,
Yeah.
Joel Chosen, like all of them. I just love them down there, and I love New Orleans. I love
Right.
going down there, and I probably visited maybe like 5 or 6 times already, and I'm gonna go maybe like next month.
Hey.
Wait, Captain? Do you know Gentleman Soul? Like, do you actually know him by any chance?
Gentlemen, so
Kenneth. Yeah.
I've come across him. We spoke a few times, but I don't know him directly.
Okay. 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 I was just wondering because he's one of our guys. We just brought him down with put us down with us a couple weeks ago, but big Chicago guy as well, big Chicago collector. So I was that was
Yeah,
um. But yeah,
and
shout out
like
to
I
you,
said,
man.
some are low key, right? Like some people just post hats and just like a few posts and just move on. They don't have those relationships, and some people you just talk to and once in a while, and there's
That
so much to do in the hat community, man.
continue doing what you do. We need people like you that continue speaking the knowledge of hats.
Facts, for sure.
So Kenneth said New Orleans is my third city. What's your second?
It gotta be New York. I'm assuming New York because he's a Yankee fan.
God damn.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Let's see what he says. I think it's New York. Let's see what he says. Let's see if he responds. But while waiting for him to respond, do we have any other questions to wrap it up? We're right at the 2 hour mark. We usually try to, keep it within 2 hours, but it's okay. We're having a great conversation here. But any more questions to wrap up the show today?
Over 3,500 hats is crazy.
I know. I just can't believe it. Listen, because I honestly have never had an actual conversation with you before today. I have so many like just questions, like everything I've asked so far. Like I said,
Like, how do you sort them? Like,
yeah,
do you sort them by team? Do you sort them by color?
yeah, like I have so many questions for you, but unfortunately, and maybe we'll have to have you back again for a part 2.
Hey man,
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime, I'd love to join you guys. You guys are doing a great job.
Appreciate it.
I love what you guys are doing too, man. It takes a lot of work. That's for sure. Like, I'm not committed to all this work, so I'm like, that's why I'd rather just go live and shoot the shit and just freestyle pretty much everything.
Yeah.
What is something that you don't have?
That's a good question.
That I don't have.
Like, do you not have like an upside down logo, cascading, like?
That's a good.
Like,
Well, he said there's certain
like,
teams that he don't buy either. So what are those teams as
You
well?
got ransom because he don't like the ransom. He said.
I have one ransom from 606, and it was just team colors.
Okay.
Which I just wanted. The collector in me just needed that. Just needed one White Sox just for that. But there's not too many hats that I don't have, man. Like I say I've been blessed to have a lot of good, connections and relationships with hat stores and stuff, to the point where, like, if I want something, I can get it.
What teams do you absolutely not collect? Because I know you said earlier there was certain teams. So what teams don't you collect?
Mostly it's fuck the Packers. I don't collect Packers whatsoever. And fuck Detroit Red Wings.
Okay.
Nashville Predators.
Okay.
Just a lot of like rivalries.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
So that means I'm assuming that means you're a big sport guy.
Yeah.
The Bears fan. You said fucking
Okay.
Packers.
No, I'm glad. So we say that all the time. People are like, "You guys are tripping. Like it's just a hat." And I'm like, "Nah,
they don't get it."
Which I'm kind of half tempted to design a Packers hat, just because we're so close to the border that people ask for that,
Yeah.
But will I wear it? Fuck no.
Yeah. You might just have to do one for the people.
I
You
did a
know,
match.
that'd be
software
tough.
on
Like
that.
if Jerry was to say, "Yeah, you could design it, you just gotta wear it," I'm like, "Fuck."
He's like, actually, I'm good. Actually, I'm okay.
Yeah,
No one take a picture of me in it.
Jerry's like, hey, we need a photo shoot for this. He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to go find. You're gonna have to go get somebody to do it
I'm
because
gonna
I'm not doing it.
Photoshop that shit for you, man.
Well, I
Okay.
gotta. One last thing I gotta just say is it's like or ask is so being as you've been around for so much and been a part of so many iconic drops, what do you think the most iconic or the biggest drop like we've seen? It doesn't have to just be Burdeen's or Leaders or anything. Like what do you think the most hype Chicago drop has been that you've been around to witness?
Honestly, it was forgot what hats Ronnie dropped. I think it was like the Space Cowboy.
Oh,
He came.
Oh my goodness, I remember that.
Yeah,
It
that
was.
was
I
the
got a
most
hat from that
hype.
pack.
Like I felt good, right, when people lined up for my Selena, and there was a line down the grocery store, right?
It was
Like
this pack.
I believe so.
Damn, if it wasn't, it was like near that time. But yo, this
Yeah,
John,
yeah.
Crazy.
That
this
like I said, I was happy the Selena hats were like down the grocery store. My man, his people went around the grocery store through the alley, and I'm just like, oh shit! Like
They were in the
Dang.
grocery
this
store.
is a
Like they were
real
in the
movie
grocery
out
store in
here.
line.
That's I know he's got a base, but I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, that was the most craziest drop I've ever been a part of.
Wow.
Then I want to say my Selena was up there, and then just anytime tie drop, like shock drop hero hats. Like
Oh
people
man.
would come out of nowhere, their cars would get towed. Like it was
I was,
crazy.
Yo, imagine your car getting towed, picking up a fitted, bro. That's
it's crazy.
That's like
They
you
would-
running out. You
they
running out of
would
the store with
park-
the
they
hat
would
bag. You gotta
park,
run to the
like,
car.
Yeah, they
Nah.
would park like in a handicapped spots and shit, just to secure the hat. Like,
Listen, that
Damn.
hero
can
pack,
you imagine not securing a hat and getting your shit towed?
Nah, that's
Nah,
and
that's
then you gotta
insane,
tell
but-
your girl on top of that.
Yeah,
yeah, and I got that Seattle hero hat. DM me, I need that. I still count that hat.
Shoot, I need that two-tone Selena. So
Actually, I need that
Right.
two-tone
it
Selena.
was
I
a
seen it
time
today.
because I remember, man, like it was like Burdeen's went on a crazy, even just Burdeen's himself, like for people to like the Burdeen's run was crazy. I mean, they're still making great stuff, obviously, but man, like the Selena coming out, the campfires, like so many, like
can you see it? Can you see it?
oh yeah, the Texas. Oh, if that's gonna happen,
Can you see it? Can you see it?
you gotta just. Yeah, I think if you hold it right there, I think it'll.
There you go. Yeah. Hold on.
It'll.
There you
Yeah,
go. Right
right
there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need that. That's crazy.
This
Is that-
one was like this was mocked up. I want to say like weeks after the original dropped,
Wow.
and Jerry and I sat on it, and I was like, "Yo, this shit looks good." No, when I mocked it up, I was like, "Yeah, it looks good, but I'm not sure." And Jerry said, "Yeah, I'm not sure either." Right? Months pass by, we look at it again, and we're like, "Fuck, we need to order this like yesterday." And then New Era wouldn't approve it anymore.
No way.
Yeah.
Cause I have never seen that tee with the flag like that.
They brought it back, I think, for spring training. So I'm assuming it could happen again.
I would get it in.
But then I moved away from that. I mocked up another one. It got approved, so maybe. I just got to talk to Jerry about that.
We're gonna be patiently waiting.
Word.
You could ask Jerry about it. I'm like, yo, did you order that Selena? You know,
I might have to hit him. What's up, man? I heard there might be a Selena hanging around somewhere. That's crazy, man.
And yeah, just because we're in here having fun.
See, this is that Windy City vibes right here. Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Realist, I know. Relax, realist, I know. That's the Seattle man right there. Oh yeah, no, that's
And
a
then instead of the red roses, we're doing the white one.
oh, that's like the movie. That's like the movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, bro,
And
see?
shut up. I already know,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. You're a bad man. You're a bad man for that, bro.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, bro. That's
So yeah, you could just ask Jerry about the black one and black Selena, and he'll know about it. Just
I'm
like, hey,
gonna hit him.
were those ordered?
If they are, oh, bro, that's gonna create a lot of buzz right there, bro.
You think so? I think people are over it already. That's why I'm like, I'm not too
Yeah, but
worried.
nobody's done the white rose. That's like a yeah, bro. Like because that's taking it to like a direct, from the movie.
Like I said, it's crazy the amount of like roses you see on hats now.
But I think this is the one that started it, bro.
Yeah,
It's not thinking. No, that did start it. Like that created something.
And there's a big fan base for the Selenas.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're talking about decades after she's gone, and people still.
The fact that we are here in this fitted game and it can resonate here so heavily because it's like I said, it sparked. That was the one, and it sparked so many after that. So just the fact that like her legacy lives on, and like I'm sure if she would have been alive or you would have caught her, she would have never been able to imagine like people were making fitted hats in my name or in my memory, like So
Yeah.
it just lets you know how big it is, man. I think it's dope. But that one, yeah, that's.
I was talking to Cat Bria yesterday, and he joined the live Windy City Wednesday, and we were talking about how many times Jerry has rejected my ideas.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm like, he probably rejects one or two a week, if that. Like, probably even more. Like, that's why people shouldn't feel discouraged when a store says no.
And you know what? Shout out to a store owner who can get a guy like you who's a big time collector, big time creator, and still have the to say, hey, this isn't gonna work, or it is gonna work, or because not all store owners do that. Some store owners, and no disrespect to them, because I think it's okay too. But some store owners are gonna give you a chance, and they're gonna let you submit whatever you want. And if that joint fails, you would never work with that store again.
Yeah.
And it's no problem. That's okay too, because that's creative freedom. But I do appreciate a store that comes to you with that feedback and says, hey, I don't think this is going to work, or hey, I think we should work on this, because at the end of the day, they're not trying to fail either. And I think I feel and I like that too when you get that support from a store. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Likewise, like I always listen to feedback, and I know that I'm playing with their funds, right? Like
exactly
playing with their account. So I'm always mindful of that. You got to have respect and got to know that they're the ones taking all the risk. You're just pretty much coloring hats.
Exactly. But hey, man, we're 2 hours and 20 minutes into the show. This might be our longest show ever, or at least close to it. And it's been an absolute pleasure. We're still 24 plus strong, not including the Instagram live. So that is incredible. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show because it's getting late on the East Coast. I know I gotta be up early for work. It's been absolutely amazing, Carlos. We're gonna go ahead and tip our cap. For those who don't know what this is, man, this is a sport expression or a baseball expression for giving props. We like to do it at the end of every show because we're all about positivity here. We love to end the show on a positive note. It's been an absolutely amazing show up to this far. We could talk heights all night. Y'all can see. We're gonna have to do a part 2, Carlos. It's only right.
Yeah.
And when we do the part 2, maybe it's not going to be about your designs, but maybe we'll have you show your top 10 hats, or we'll do something, because with a guy like you that has just an amazing collection, there's just so much more that we can get into, and it's just 2 hours wasn't enough.
I'm trying to see
it
a
wasn't
2015, 2014 hat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need a hat from I need one hat from every year of your hat of the year. Like, I need everything. There's so much more that we want to do. So hopefully you'll be down for that. We'll
Definitely,
schedule something,
we'll
and we'll do
definitely
it again.
more conversations about it. I
For
want to
sure,
thank
for sure.
Capital for inviting me. And thank you guys for allowing me to show my hats and Berdine's hats.
For sure, for sure. So, like I said, the way we end the show, tipping our cap, is giving props, giving praise to somebody or something in the community or anywhere that's going on in the world. We always start with our young bull. So let's get to it, Malvin. You got for us, Malvin?
Yo, I'm gonna tip my cap. Yo, man, shout out to Carlos, man, coming on the show. Especially his drop week, man, dropping a fire pack over at Berdine's, man. Insane. For the city, man. It's fire, man, how you show, you feel me? Just like how we do. You know me, feel me? Ripping for your city. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you coming on. Man, another week, man.
Word.
Thank you.
Willis, what you got?
I want to tip my crown to Carlos. Another great episode. My guy has a lot of knowledge in the hack game. Willing to learn more and continue doing what you do, man.
Thank you,
Word.
man.
Kappa, what you got?
Hey, I gotta tip my city to my boy Carlos, man, and shout out to all the Chicago collectors out there.
Capo, bro, you messed that one up. You should have tipped the cap to yourself for inviting me on the show.
Nah, man, bro, I just appreciate it, bro. You've been someone that I think since I've come into the space or found the community, I should say, I've admired, I've everything you've done along the way, bro. You've paved the way for a lot of people to be enjoying the community the way that we do. And like I said, man, you got the archives, bro. You got it all, right? You're a big piece of this community, and I'm so tipping the cap to you, bro. Thank you for what you've done, and you'll continue to do.
Word. Carlos, what you got, bro?
I'm gonna tip my hat to you guys for doing this for 85 weeks straight. It takes dedication. It takes a lot of time. Like I said, it's not easy. It was easy, everyone would do it. And I know sometimes I haven't talked to you guys about it, but I know there's times where you're just like, fuck, is it worth it? Like is me not going to sleep or getting enough sleep or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? And to me it is. You guys are building something positive. You guys are pushing the culture forward, and continue doing what you're doing, man. I love it, and I'll continue to support the show and come in as a guest, whatever, If you guys need anything from me, just let me know.
Bless you.
Word. You guys already know I'll end the day.
Tipping
my crown. First off, I want to tip my cap to that Chicago Bulls hat, man. That really, I'm like, I still have it up on the other screen, and I'm just staring at it. Like, wow, incredible. Carlos, we appreciate you.
Saturday, baby. Saturday in store, Berdine Cermak location.
Yeah, I heard him, man. Don't miss out on this great. How many hats is it in total? 6? 4. Don't miss out on this great 4-pack. They're all good, but that Chicago is really just incredible. They all of them are good. They're all Chicago's, by the way, but I meant the Bulls, obviously.
But doesn't that mean something so much that it's a plain Jane and you love it, bro? Like that just tells you just how great that hat is.
And I'm not. And Carlos, the funny thing is not because you're on the show. These guys could tell you, I hate plain Janes. I hate plain Janes, mainly MLB.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Seeing a Bulls hat that's a plain Jane doesn't bother me because I'm not a big fan of the NBA logo anyways. Yeah. So having it as a plain Jane and then just in the perfect colors, like absolutely incredible. So tip my crown to that. I do want to tip my crown. Everybody does the regular stuff. I'm gonna do two different things. I'm gonna tip my crown to my boy Pete Alonso. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what he's doing. I hate when people hate on people. And I hate when there's just so much trash talk. And what's funny is, I'm not trying to get too in depth, too crazy, but it's just funny to me how everybody's like, "Oh, look at Juan Soto, he sucks." But it's like, dude, it's only 6 games in the season. Let's relax, right? But and then Pete Alonso's like, "Oh, look at Pete Alonso, he's going crazy." And they're like, "Dude, it's only 6 games in the season. You need to calm down." Like, oh, that's weird how that works, right?
Yeah, double standard, bro. Like
shout out to my guy Pete Alonso for stepping up and doing what he's supposed to do. He's been incredible. Obviously, I know I'm a huge Met fan, And so I just want to give a shout out to him. Not like he needs a shout out from me, but Pete, if you ever watch this, just know I never was against you. You know what I'm
Someone
saying?
make a clip of this and just
Someone make a clip, send it to P.
post it
Alonso.
on his page.
Facts. Please tag him. Everybody tag P. Alonso in the comments. And then last but not least, again, I always want to end it positive. But I am going to say this. Sometimes we receive things that's a little weird. And I want to say I'm tipping my cap to the people who really do be hating on us. And I'm not talking about other podcasts. I'm not talking about other platforms because this is not what this is about. But you guys give us the motivation to do 85 weeks straight. Y'all give us the motivation to come on here and do that and be better and do more incredible things. Because when y'all do weird things that don't make sense to us, that has nothing to do with us, it just gives us motivation not to prove you wrong because we don't really care for proving you wrong, but it gives us motivation to really lock in and be great for the people who support us. Because the guys who are here every week, 22 people strong, 22 plus. We got Instagram, we got YouTube going. 2 hours, 24 minutes into the live, 11:27 p.m. on the East Coast. And we still got people here strong watching the show. And it's because you guys are amazing, because you guys support us, and we really appreciate that. And it's always going to be positivity on this side. We're never going to be negative because that's just not what we do here. And I really just love the CNC family that's being built every single week. So that's how I'm going to end the show today. We love you guys so much. Carlos, has been an absolute pleasure. Don't go anywhere after the show. We're going to wrap it up with you after. But appreciate everybody. If you guys don't know, we have Coffee Chat on Sundays where we talk about kicks and other things like that. So if you're new here, tune in on Sundays as well. And if not, we'll see you guys next Thursday. Peace, y'all. Have a good night.
All right, guys. Have a good one.